What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching Blueclouds Media YouTube channel from. Yes, it is match day. The Blues are on wall front again, going to Wolverhampton Wanderers to face them. Can Chelsea really bounce back from their adversity as they lost last against Manchester City? First Premier League, they lost against Manchester City. But can Chelsea really bounce back? Chelsea fans, let's get the day ready. Match day as the Blues are heading to Molineux. Molineux is the name, looking to bounce back from their last week defeat against Manchester City. Will they break everything loose? The losing stroke against Wolverhampton Wanderers. We will analyze the team's news, discuss the key matchup, and make our own prediction. Also, we'll be looking at the Chelsea's best 11 that will go on the page to face Wolverhampton Wanderers. So, be my guest wherever you're watching us from. We want to hear your voice. We want to hear your voice. We want to hear your thoughts on the upcoming games that will be taking place in a few hours' time. Let us know what your thoughts are on the Chelsea game. Who will start for you? Would you want to see Pedro Neto starting, or would you want to see somebody else in that position? But do you want to see Madueke also starting? Also, have you heard the latest trend about Madueke? Let us know in the comment section below. We are live, lucky to be live on two platforms at the same time. We're streaming live on X and YouTube. So whichever platform you are seeing this show from, let us know in the comment section below. Thank you very much for being here. I've seen mobile guys, cherished viewers already in the in the room. Phantom of Mini Topic, I've seen all your wonderful comments. Philip Smith, thank you very much for being here. Good morning to everyone. Good morning. Philip, then we have Todd. Yeah, Todd in the building. Todd said, big up to everyone. Had to read the screen today. Philip said Chelsea must win today. Chelsea to win 2-1, according to Philip Smith. Todd said, hey, Nottingham Forest won yesterday. They they looked good yesterday, and so did Manchester City. Haaland had, guys, my screen is very, very
Holland had a
small.
hat trick. They looked great yesterday as well.
Yeah, it's very, very hard to read it because I
And
have
then the
to.
next three are just Todd, Phillip, and Phantom
Okay.
talking to each other. I think.
I have to get my other screen going so I can read from the bigger screen. But thank you very much, Phantom of Mini Topic, and all your comments. I'll go through them, Phantom. It's hard to read from the distance when I'm using the green screen. But yeah, I hope Noni Madueke starts and Enzo Fernandez doesn't, according to Phantom. Stop that hate on Enzo Fernandez. Stop it. Stop it. True that. I think Swedish said hello. Big up to you, Swedish. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the show. We'll be looking at the views. We will look into the build up between these two teams. Wolves have been a booger team for Chelsea for quite some time now. Yes, the winning stroke. Chelsea, it's about time Chelsea break that case of Wolverhampton. They have won against Chelsea for quite a period of time. Time for Chelsea to bounce back and start winning. So we'll be looking at that whilst we are live here on the show. And I have, lucky for me, I'm being joined by Stephen G, the man himself. So my name is Neat Zion, taking you through the next few hours of live streaming. We'll also be going through, like I said, the tactical board. Stephen will take us through the tactical board. And as we wait for the predicted lineup to show up, and lucky for me too, I'm being joined by Mr. Ryan. So we'll see Ryan, talk to Ryan here soon. So guys, we got more brains on the channel today. More brains on the channel. So hang in there. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back just a second. Welcome back, folks. Welcome everyone back to Blueclouds Media YouTube channel again. And we are looking at the build-up for Chelsea's game that will be taking place in a few hours to come. Yesterday, we saw some exciting games, some tantalizing game in the Premier League as Brighton won 2-1 to Manchester United. Brighton have done it again. They did it last season. They've done it again this season. Crystal Palace 0, West Ham United 2, Fulham 2, Leicester City 1. So Leicester lost to Fulham. Manchester City 4, Ipswich have done it again. They've lost 2 games in a row. Southampton 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Forest win over there. Tottenham Hotspurs 4, Everton 0, Aston Villa 0, Arsenal 2. Aston Villa was the best team on the pitch yesterday. They had too many big chances created. Oliver Kane's wasting thousands of them. I don't know what Everton or Aston Villa has to do to win that game. But yeah, Arsenal, they showed their resilience and the title winning mentality, and they were able to get all that 3 victory yesterday between Aston Villa game. So yes, we'll be looking at some of the games also that took place yesterday and some highlights and plus other stuff. So let us know what your thoughts are on the upcoming games and even yesterday's game. Did your team win and what is going on with your team? Manchester United, they said they stand, but you're not uniting on the pitch. I don't know what is wrong with Eric Ten Hag and his boys. Anthony, I saw Man United fans raging on X, especially social media platform, raging, telling Anthony to leave the football club. So let us know what your thoughts are on your football team or your club. What is going on? So let me welcome the guys to the show. Stephen G and Mr. Ryan, guys, welcome back to the show. And how is today going?
I thought Ryan was going to speak. I didn't say anything.
Wake up, Stephen. I know it's very early, but still wake up.
No, I thought Ryan was going to speak, so I was waiting for him to speak. But I think he was on mute, so it took him a moment.
All right. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back.
Yeah, Nee, I'm good. Thanks for having me. Good morning to everyone.
Good morning to you. We have Mr. Ryan, who's a different Liverpool fan, and we have Stephen G, who is a Chelsea fan, and I'm also a Chelsea fan. Today, I have my Chelsea suit on, but doesn't mean I'm going to be biased. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I won't do that. I'll still wear, put my shoes in the same suit that I wear all the time, and be neutral on this platform. So, Stephen, let me start from Mr. Ryan. Mr. Ryan, big games took on yesterday. I'm sure Liverpool will be playing today. But yeah, how do you see yesterday's game? Second Premier League game.
Yeah, exactly. Second week, second cycle of fixtures. I think it's still early days. Funny, you look at the table and it's already almost taking shape, isn't it? You've got Man City first, Arsenal third, 2 wins out of two. Liverpool are up there as well. Um, I think we were discussing the Arsenal Aston Villa game yesterday. I agree with you. I think Aston Villa were, for the most part, the better team in that match, but they just did not take their chances. They lacked cutting edge. Ollie Watkins missed some clear opportunities, and Arsenal made them pay. Arsenal made them pay heavily for those missed chances, and that's what can happen in the Premier League. That's what the Premier League's all about. Is not the team that dominates the possession and plays the attractive, pretty football. It's about taking your chances, scoring goals. And this is an issue that has plagued Chelsea, last season in certain fixtures, and something they need to address this season as well. Is they do dominate possession, they do create a lot of chances, but they have to take their opportunities, be more ruthless in front of goal. And just briefly on Man United, it's just a mess, complete mess. Just the defending for the goal that Brighton scored at the end. They had 3 players unmarked at the back post, Brighton. It's just totally unorganised. And I predict more woes and heartbreak and pain for Man United fans this season under Erik ten Hag. Sorry if you're Man United fans watching, that's not the news you want to hear, but I can't see anything has improved compared to last season.
I do agree with you, Mr. Ryan. I haven't seen. That's why when we did, I think our prediction, Premier League prediction, we had Man United. I think somewhere around 6th and 7th, because I said how much has it changed at Manchester United? It's like the same coat, but then they just took the same coat to the laundry, make it smells good, but at the end of the day, it still doesn't look good. So Erik ten Hag is at the football club. It's all about the philosophy and his style of play. So I do agree with you. Swadish, thank you very much for being here. Says Manchester City of Arsenal. Manchester City of Arsenal defender. They want to keep clear. They want to keep clean sheet, according to Swadish. Thank you very much. Makim said big up knee and in the chat. My brother here said, I think Olewaju is the name. He said, good morning, coach. Good morning to you too, my brother. I hope you're doing very well. Phantom of Many Topic said, it's sunset in the Western Pacific Island. Thank you very much, Phantom. Enjoy that sunset. Yeah, enjoy it before it goes, brother. Enjoy it. Steven, what about you? Premier League action. Lots of games took place yesterday. Were there any surprises for you?
Not really, to be honest. Kind of what we expect, really, wasn't it? If we're
majority of the games,
I'll be honest. I mean, actually, scrap that. I was gonna say outside of Man U, but then with Man U, you never know what you're gonna get. So I guess you could argue even that's not particularly a surprise. Because, like I said, you never know what Man United you're going to get. So it's not exactly surprising that they messed up. And Brighton, for the last couple of years, have been a solid team as well. Let's not forget that.
That's right. I mean, different manager, but the still concept and ideas are still. With a young manager, how do you see him?
He's the youngest Premier League manager, isn't he? 31. Yeah. Like the youngest ever. He's 31 years old, which means he's the youngest ever to win a Premier League match. Not only that, they're 2 for 2.
What is going on with Everton, Mr. Ryan? What is going on with Everton? Do you see them staying up? They were just so bad. Everton was a shambles yesterday. They were just so bad. Not bad, very, very bad yesterday. They make Tottenham Hotspur look like a prime Barcelona.
Yeah, 4-0 they lost. I only saw short highlights, but yeah, some of the defending was just all over the place, and I don't think they've had a great summer transfer window. It's ironic actually because they had one of the best defenses statistically last season, if I remember correctly. Everton,
Yeah,
despite
I'm pretty
having
sure.
the points deduction, they had the third or fourth best defense, and the goalkeeper Pickford kept a lot of clean sheets. But if you don't address your weak spots in the transfer window and keep stationary, then all the teams around you, whether you're mid-table or towards the bottom of the league, they'll move upwards above you, and that kind of feels that way with Everton. That yeah, they've had a bad start, and they could struggle this season.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ryan. Big up to you, Chester Dan, in the building. Swadish said nowadays it's not about how better you play than the opposition team. If other team play bad, good and to still win, and they still win, that it doesn't. So how good you are on the pitch, you must score. Yeah, you must score your goals. Some things happen with us. The
The
same
same
thing
thing
happened
happened
with
with Aston
Aston
Villa.
Villa. Yeah, that is true. Aston Villa was supposed to win that game. Big up to you, Mr. Chelsea Dan himself. He says, "Good morning, Ian. See you had your syrup this morning, but happy day, man. United losing and Arsenal got lucky, but we have to beat Wolves today. Get 3 points, but big up to the panel and everyone in the chat. Big up to you, to yourself. Thank you very much, Vincent Dan. I hope your day is going well and the family is also doing well. All right, so the main focus of today's stream will be we'll be looking at Chelsea's upcoming game. I'm sure Liverpool will also be kicking their game today.
I
Ryan,
think
you guys playing today, right?
Liverpool 4:30, aren't they?
Yeah, with a late kickoff today.
Late
That's right.
kickoff. All right, so we'll probably look at Liverpool before we leave.
Just quick, right? You know, on
yeah,
the Aston Villa and Everton thing, all that, yeah. Everton will always got to struggle. I think, like, they've started 0-2 in, I think it's 3 of the last 4 seasons. It might even be the last 3 seasons, and they've ended up surviving. I think the last team to do that without getting relegated 3 seasons in a row was Bournemouth. From, I want to say, 2015 to 2018, I think was the stat that I saw. So if they do it, they'll become only the second team to ever have no wins in their first 2 games for 3 consecutive seasons and then still survive. But they will always go struggle. I mean, they've brought in Begovic as a like backup keeper option. They bought Jake O'Brien from Lyon. They bought Jesper Lindstrom on loan from Napoli. Iliman Ndiaye, or whatever his name is, from Marseille. Some guy from Aston Villa Academy who actually started the game yesterday, right?
Yeah.
But I said it, I think I briefly touched on it when we were doing the predictions, because I don't think I had Everton going down, but I had them near the relegation zone. Like, bro, they're going to struggle because how big of a presence Onana was in their midfield. And he's at Aston Villa now. They sold him to Aston Villa.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big miss for them. And for sure they're going to feel that, at least for the first few weeks of the season, until they can figure something out. But yeah, not a great start for them. But I still got a feeling they'll just about survive. I still think that there's probably at least 3 teams worse than them in the Prem.
Mhm.
Having
Right.
said that, Ipswich are making some good signings.
Ipswich.
Ipswich are making some good signings.
It depends on the kind of signings they bring. Are they bringing experience, or they just signing players out of the Premier League? Because Ipswich need to do much. It's the young players that they have on the pitch. cannot match the Premier League strength in terms of the experience and nature of it. Championship is a different ball game, and you know that. Ryan know that. I also know that. So unless they sign experience from the Premier League, from other clubs like bench warmers, they can bring them in.
I
But
mean,
if they are
they've got
bringing
Calvin
players,
Phillips on loan, for example.
Calvin
Which
Phillips is not going to help him.
no, you're not listening. Though. For their level, that's actually
Yeah.
a good signing for them. For their level, that's good.
Okay.
If it was more of a mid-table team, I'd be like, oh, I'm not sure about that. But for a newly promoted team to get him on loan, yeah, that's actually good for them. That's actually a good business.
All right, so I'll take Steven. So if you're signing a player to their level, okay, just like you said, are you looking for a player that will keep Ipswich in the Premier League, or are you looking for a player that has a name? Because Calvin Phillips has a name, but what has it done in the past 3 seasons or 2 seasons? What has it done? It's been at Manchester City, didn't do anything. He didn't even participate in the Euro because it wasn't called. He went on loan to West Ham United.
He's
Couldn't
played
do
in
much.
Europe.
I mean, how much? What did he do? What did
He
do?
played in Europe each of the last 2 seasons in the Champions League for Man City and the Europa League for West Ham after he joined them in January as well.
Okay. So West Ham United, that's an update on the West Ham United. No, Ipswich. Yeah, Ipswich update on it. Big up to you, Dan. Dan, big up, happy birthday to Connor. Yes, he says yesterday was his birthday. Happy birthday to our little boy. A lot of you don't know him, but I know him very, very well. I've talked to him a couple times. But thank you very much, Dan, for sharing that with me. I hope he enjoys his birthday. Was it yesterday or today? He says yesterday. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday. Swedish said Pickford is good. Is a good goalkeeper, but I don't know why he made that silly mistake. I mean, it happens. That's what you get.
You've got
That
two
is
different Jordan Pickfords, is the way I look at it. You've got the Pickford who is at Everton, and then you've got the Pickford who plays for England. Because I'm telling you, they're not the same person.
But Steven, you expect those things to happen when you want goalkeepers to play out from the back. It did something, but there's no way. Song is very fast. Human Song is a very, very fast player. We see him running many times.
But at the same time, we did the exact same thing with England, and he didn't look that bad. Like, it's always the way with him. Like, he looked shocking for periods of time with Everton. Yeah. Then he'll look solid. Then he'll look shocking. But with England, he's consistently solid. I just don't understand it. I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah. Dan even said he's been rubbish for Manchester City, but big mistake. He shouldn't leave.
He definitely shouldn't have left Leeds.
Yeah, he shouldn't have left Leeds United. I think
he should.
I wouldn't say. I wouldn't
it's
even
not
say
that
it
he
was
shouldn't
rubbish.
have left Leeds, right? It's that he shouldn't have took the jump up to Man City. He needed to go to more of like a mid-table club than like the top. Do you get what I mean?
Say, Steven, I do understand. I wouldn't say it was rubbish for Manchester City. It is Manchester City that did not give him the chance.
Bro, he went to World Cup and Pep basically said he came back and he'd gained weight. I don't know how the hell that happens.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get a build-up going on. Mr. Ryan, you wanna add something to what we discussed before we get the build-up going?
No, just very quickly, I agree with Stephen that Jordan Pickford mystifies me as well. I don't know how he can look so bad in an Everton shirt and then look so solid for England. It's kind of a bit similar to maybe, to an extent, Harry Maguire. Shocking in a Man United shirt, but actually for England, he puts in decent performances. So it's very strange.
It's something weird. It is very weird, but you should expect that kind of a shaka sloppy, mistakes coming from goalkeepers like that. Playing out from the back, they're always gonna make mistakes. They're not outfield player, and I don't think that Pickford. You can classify Jordan Pickford as one of those current goalkeepers who are good with their feet. I don't think he is that good with his feet. He belongs to those old age or old style of goalkeeping where they just hoop the ball in terms of distribution when they have the ball. But playing from the back, Jordan Pickford, to me, he is not, but he's a very, very good shot stopper. Very athleticism. His athleticism is real spot on. Very, very good in that way. But yeah. Guys, so we're gonna move on from there. We'll look at the preview of Chelsea and Wolverhampton Wanderers, and later on after that, we'll discuss Liverpool game. I think the late kickoff today in the English Premier League. The game, like I said, the game is back, and we're looking at the preview of it. So wherever you're watching us from, whether X or watching us on YouTube, let us know where you are watching us from. Swedish, thank you very much, and everyone else. Chelsea down in the building. Chelsea down, thank you very much for joining us here. Do not forget to subscribe, like the video. It will help the channel a lot. So we'll keep it going, Stephen. Let's start with I'll start with Stephen G. Chelsea and Wolves. For the past few years, Chelsea have really struggled playing Wolverhampton Wanderers. But how should Chelsea tackle this game?
Huh?
Are you awake?
No, I put a message back in a minute, so I've only just come back in the room.
So sorry, I didn't see it. My bad, I didn't see it. Sorry. I was saying that we're gonna start looking at the review between the preview between Chelsea and Wolverhampton Wanderers. And I said that a few years Chelsea have struggled beating them, but how should Chelsea tackle this game? I know Chelsea have brought in Pedro Neto, who has been a difficult player to play against whenever we play against them. Should Chelsea start Pedro, or how should Chelsea go into this game?
I'm not sure he's going to start. I think it depends on Palmer, right? Because, well, even then, I don't think Neto starts. I've just got a feeling he ain't going to start. He'll come off the bench. Same with João Felix. Because, look, Neto's been here for 2 weeks, and we've got other players here who have been here a longer period of time who we're probably better off starting to begin with. And then for the first couple of weeks, you use Neto off the bench. I saw that predicted lineup from One Football, and it's absolutely shocking.
You saw that?
That's what I'm saying on that one, is that their One Football lineup is absolutely shocking. I could do one on the thing if you want.
I mean, where would they put a right-footed player on the left side and they put a left-footed player?
No, but that means that does happen, like, because you do. Oh, you mean centre back?
Yeah, centre back.
Right, yeah, I hadn't noticed the centre back ones.
Yeah, centre back.
I get you. Yeah. I thought you meant out wide. I was like, kind of makes sense.
I mean, I don't see Dewsbury Hall starting this game.
Dewsbury Hall ain't gonna start.
It's not gonna start over.
And I don't think Neto's starting.
Or over who? Enzo and what's his name again? Lavia. I don't see Dewsbury Hall. He's a squad player. I don't see him starting.
I think it'd be Lavia, and I think it'd be, if he's fit, it'd be Palmer.
Right. Yeah, Lavia was one of your best players against Man City. I'd be really surprised if he gets dropped.
Do you think that Enzo
Maresca did say, like, if you don't play on, say, the Saturday, for example, or the Sunday, and you're expecting to play on Thursdays, but you don't train well on Monday to Wednesday, essentially, then you ain't playing because you haven't trained hard enough, which is the way it should be, right? I think we can all agree on that, right? If you're not training hard enough, why should you be taking the place of somebody who's working hard in training to try and get their minutes to try and prove what they can bring to the team, right?
Yeah.
It's the exact way it should work.
Do we see Madueke starting in today's game based on his performance against conference league game we played on Thursday?
I only think he starts if Palmer's not able to start. Obviously, Palmer came off the other day. We heard he's fine and stuff, and obviously they go do checks and stuff. But he was in training. I think it was yesterday. He was in training. There's pictures of him in training, so I'd imagine he's good enough to start, but look, we don't know for sure at this time. If he's good enough to start, he'll start. If he's not, I think it'd be Madueke instead of Neto, and then you bring Neto off the bench for that impact for the first couple weeks.
Okay. All right, Mr. Ryan, what do you make of Chelsea's upcoming game? How should Chelsea tackle this game? They haven't had a good success in the previous game against Wolves.
Yeah,
Who's starting?
it's a bit of a bogey team, but Chelsea are not the only side who struggled against Wolves. Man City have lost against them last season and have had difficulties home and away. I think Arsenal in recent seasons as well. I don't know exactly. It's hard for me to put my finger on what it is. Big teams struggle against Wolves. Maybe they're just a hard-working team, press, well organised. There were a few statistics I was reading last night. I made a note of them here. Some interesting ones I wanted to mention. The first one was that Wolves have lost four Premier League games in a row, if you include the end of last season and then the beginning of this season. Yeah. So they're in a bad run of form. And the other one that interested me as well was that they don't have any English player in the starting lineup. And that's the first time I think it's ever happened for them in the Premier League. I don't know how true that was. Maybe that was just against Arsenal, but there's definitely something about they don't have any English players expected to be in the 11 today, which is quite interesting. I guess from a Chelsea perspective, the stat that concerned me for you guys today was that Chelsea have failed to keep a clean sheet in any of their last 18 away games in all competitions. The last time you kept a clean sheet was 2-0 when you beat Fulham last October away from home. So 18 games, all competitions, no clean sheet away from home.
That's not a good start.
No, that's not. Yeah. That's something needs to be improved very urgently.
Yeah, Nia, I just sent something to you as well.
Okay. Go ahead, Ryan. Are you done?
Yeah, the only other one was that, again, this is, I don't know, I'm not bringing bad energy or anything here. I want the best for Chelsea. But if they lose today, this will be the first time since 1973 that they've lost their opening 2 league games in a season.
I mean,
so
Steven,
again, Ryan, statistically that you want to avoid.
Yeah, the reason why you're here is just speak the fact. That's what makes this channel what it is, because we don't sugarcoat things. It's not because we're running a Chelsea channel, Chelsea stream today, so it means that everything has to be just nice. We have to speak the truth. If Chelsea lose against, Wolverhampton, just like the statistics you just lay in front of us, you set in front of us.
Yeah, and it should motivate, the players and the fan base as well. You can't just think this is mid-table Wolves, we're going to show up and play decent and win. The players need to fight and work hard and grind this one out. No easy games away from home in the Premier League.
Right. All right. Steven just sent me a copy of head-to-head between Chelsea and Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Yeah, that's from the Chelsea website. But just quickly, right? Okay. Another thing is that last weekend for the opening game of the season, Chelsea's average age of the team, was 23 years and 180 days. So that was a Chelsea team that started last weekend against Man City. That is the second youngest of any Premier League club on an opening weekend in history.
That's magic.
They also state on here that Enzo had 3 shots, which was the most, and also most touches in opposition box of 7 of any of the Chelsea players last weekend.
And our game against Manchester City the other day, Haaland made a history. He made a record in terms of number of touches he had on the pitch. in the number of goals. I think he had 2 touches, and they all resulted into goals for Helen Haaland. First ever to achieve that in the Premier League. Less chances, number of goals, and the whole 90 minutes. But I think that was what they were saying. But yeah, I hear
You
you,
know,
Stephen.
before last season against West Ham,
Mhm.
Chelsea were unbeaten in 3 opening away league matches in terms of our first away match of the season, right? So
Yeah.
obviously we lost 3-1 against 10 men West Ham last season. Season before that, we won 1-0 against Everton. We won 2-0 against Arsenal before that. 3-1 against Brighton before that. The season before that was Lampard's first season where we got battered 4-0, which I think was actually the opening day, not just our opening away league match of the season.
Okay.
But hopefully we can get a little bit of a good run for the next few years going now. Because
Thank you
it
very
seems
much.
like recently our best runs have been 3.
Mhm.
Because before the Man United one, we had another run of 3 wins for our first away game of the season. 3-0 Huddersfield, 2-1 Spurs, 2-1 Watford. But before that, we lost 3-0 to Man City. So there seems like a little streak, and we win 3 of our 3 consecutive opening away league matches of a season in terms of your first one of the season for 3 years in a row. Then we lose 1, and then we have 3, and then we lose 1.
Back in front, back in front.
Yeah.
Oh, Swedish. Thank you very much. Swedish said Ipswich played very, very well in the first 10 to 15 minutes, but once they conceded the goal, the heads all went down. It's very, very difficult to adjust to the English Premiership, according to Swedish. He said that why Chelsea players post nonsense on social media platform, always attracting negativities to themselves. There's no
It
need for
wasn't
that post
nonsense. I just didn't mean to send it
from
to his name.
Madueke. There's no need for him to send that from Madueke. Scottish white Chelsea players. Okay. Thank God he deleted that post.
Yeah, but he did
Yeah,
also admit he posted it on the wrong Instagram account.
yeah.
He was
I'm
meant
not
to
sure
put
if
it on his private.
Steven was telling me about this. Did you see that, Ryan? The post from Madueke.
Ryan saw it when I sent it in a group. I saw his reply to it
Yeah, I
this
saw
morning.
it. Big mistake from Madueke. I don't know. These players need to spend less time on Instagram, more time doing their talking on the pitch, I think. But
I can't even
anyways,
remember
an
what time
innocent
that
mistake.
was late.
I mean, if players has to be looking for money outside what they're earning in the Premier League, then I see them to be a bit greedy, isn't it? Because that was a sense of those whatever they're doing on social media platforms. It's for money to generate more fun revenue for themselves. But does it look that it looks like what they're earning right now is not enough for them? A player, a soccer player, making £150,000 a week, it's not enough for him. And here you are, you have the average person, or even people making and $10 an hour and $20 an hour in a week. It takes home maybe I would say $400 a week. In 2 weeks, maybe you could say and maybe $1,000. But this guy making 150 and it's still not enough for that player. I don't know. It's very, very difficult for me to understand it. But anyway, that's what they get when they hop on social media platform looking for attention. Anyway, guys, we are still live on 2 platforms. We're streaming on X and also streaming live on YouTube. My name is Nate Zion, bringing you the preview of the game between Chelsea and Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wanderers have been a booker team for Chelsea. Chelsea found it difficult to beat them, just like Mr. Ryan said. A lot of teams find it difficult to beat Wolves, but the talisman, most of their players. And they still have something I think Acuna, Matthias Acuna or whatever his name is. So they still have that player there, and some other player, Adama Traore or whatever his name is. Adama Traore is no more with Wolves. Yeah, Mr. Usain Bolt, run and leave the balls behind him. No football brain. It's not there anymore. Chelsea have their dangerous player Pedro Neto. So this time we're going to their stadium. We're going to their home, their backyard, without their number one player, which is Pedro. It's now with Chelsea. But I don't know how you guys feel. How should Chelsea tackle this game? How should Chelsea build up to face Wolves? So we're looking at the build-up game. It will take place in a few hours. We're also waiting for the lineup from Chelsea Football Club.
That'd be an hour from now.
An hour from now. That's a long time to for that to happen.
Is it? Hang on, let me double check this. Well, when did I want FOTMob?
Well, whilst we're checking that out,
it'd be an hour from now because
an hour
kickoff's
from now.
at 2 and the lineups come out an hour 15 minutes before kickoff now. So yeah.
All right. So thank you very much, Mr. Swedish said thank God he deleted the post in place of Jackson McGee, according to Swedish. Phantom many topics. Young players need guidance of the special one. Phantom, thank you very much. Phantom has so much belief in the special one. I know everyone have respect for the special one, but
Mourinho isn't the solution.
Mourinho, people say Mourinho has passed his best. The idea and the ideology
I
of
don't
Mourinho
think he's passed his best. I just don't think he's the solution for this team.
But you could say the same thing, that his idea of coaching is not what it is right now, because Mourinho's style of play is not playing out from the back. So if you bring in Mourinho to come and coach these players, it's not going to get the best out of them.
But then at the same time, you could make the argument that our players have been struggling to do that. So maybe it would be more beneficial to not play out from the back. So it goes both ways.
I know.
The modern way is to play out from the back, but a few of our players struggle to do that. So maybe not playing out from the back would be beneficial. But the issue is you then risk losing possession quite easily, and then it just becomes a long day.
I agree. Ryan, you agree with Steven? Do you think Mourinho can get his players playing better?
Mourinho?
Yeah.
I never said that.
No.
You said, Ryan, do you agree with Steve?
Oh, yeah, I know. You said probably that the problem is playing out from the back is the issue. But maybe when Mourinho comes in, he might not play out from the back. So that will even suit their style of play.
No, I wasn't saying Mourinho specifically. I was saying even if we tweaked it under Maresca, maybe that would help. But then at the same time, by doing that, you risk giving the ball away basically every single time, and it just becomes long.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you see? Go ahead, Right.
No, I watched some of Leicester last season under Maresca, so I know, that his team was very hardworking. They like to press and win the ball back quickly in the opponent's half, and he had the fullback inverting into a box in the midfield, so he had the box midfield, control the possession. If I remember correctly, when he joined Leicester, he didn't basically like the goalkeepers. He had two senior goalkeepers, didn't like either of them, and he brought in a young goalkeeper, primarily for the reason that this youngster could play with the ball at his feet. And he could play actually literally midway up to Leicester's half of the pitch and carry the ball and then pass into the midfield. So it's effectively like having an 11 versus 10 situation. So if he wants to employ those philosophies, those tactics to Chelsea and in the Premier League, then that's fine. That's a clear vision. That's what he wants to do. It won't be as easy, obviously, as he had it in the Championship, especially the top teams. They're too tactically nous and smart, and they know how to counteract high presses. And what I do remember as well from watching Leicester games, because I know we spoke about Dewsbury Hall.
Yeah.
Maresca used to have the wingers really hold the width, and that's how Dewsbury Hall did his damage. He used to attack that open space in the middle, because the wingers would draw the defenders out wide, and then Dewsbury Hall attacks forward through the middle. That's how he scored a lot of his goals and assists. Is he good enough to play that position for Chelsea? That's a question for you both, I guess. as a number 10.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
So why is he here? Why is he joined Chelsea?
Something I don't know how to explain it, but some of these signings I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Joao Felix is one of them. Dewsbury Hall is just a squad player, but I think we have enough squad players that can do what Dewsbury Hall what is coming to the football club to do. I'll prefer to keep Gallagher instead of bringing Dewsbury Hall to the football club. But I think he has to do a manager signing. It's not club signing. I don't see Dewsbury Hall a club signing. It's a manager signing to me. So that's what the manager wants. He wants a player that understands his style to get things going quickly. But he's not going to start over some of our players that we have there. So what's the sense of bringing Dewsbury Hall to the football club? Stephen, is there any other explanation of Dewsbury Hall coming to Chelsea?
The way I'd look at it is that one, he's probably a replacement for Gallagher.
But is it too better than Gallagher?
It's too early from what we've seen.
Okay.
But the second point to that is that it always helps having somebody who knows the manager's system that comes in with a new manager as well, because they can help their teammates and they can help get things across quicker, basically. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. I don't want to interrupt you. I want you to flow because I got something very.
Oh no! So basically,
important.
what I'm saying is that one, it always helps having someone who's used to the new manager's tactics and style of play, and the other one is that it's a replacement for Gallagher.
Okay.
That's essentially what it is. Gallagher would have been the squad player. We sold him, and we got Dewsbury Hall in. He's got to be a squad player. And if anyone was expecting him to be more than a squad player, good luck. So I can say to you.
Okay, thank you very much. But Stephen, you could say that this is what I was going to say. If a manager, Ryan, I hope Ryan is listening. If a manager wants to bring a player in who really understands the style of play, who understands the system of that manager, that player must start over any other player on the team. Definitely, because he understands. Let me finish. He understands the system. He can get the system going quickly. An example I can give you is we brought in Mauricio Sarri. What did Sarri do? Sarri brought in his own player called Jorginho, who understand the style of play, who understand how Mauricio Sarri play, and he started each and every game. And we always call Mauricio Sarri, Jorginho as Sarri's son, because it was also very effective. The way Jorginho plays was very, very effective to our team. I wish we have Jorginho now. The way he handles, I wish I have Jorginho now. He can control that defense very, very well. Although he doesn't have that pace, that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for from Jorginho. It's always to keep that ball within you. Manchester City won Jorginho. There's a reason why he wants Jorginho. And I like Jorginho, but he doesn't have that legs. And that's not what I'm looking for. You get the best. If you're able to get the best out of a player, you know he doesn't have that leg, but you're trying to find players around him to cover him up. And I understand that, just like Chelsea did with Alonso. Alonso, if you want to play Alonso as a left back, okay, thank you. Do that, because this guy can't run. You know Alonso can get you goals. Okay, put him out front and put him in the 8 and make sure he gets in the box. He will get you goals. And that's where I'm coming from. So I don't know if Ryan, what I said, it really makes sense to Ryan. If you're bringing a player in and the player is being recommended by the manager, that player has to start a game, because he can get a philosophy going on time if that's how you want it. And that's the reason why he brought the player in.
Yeah, I don't disagree actually with that. It makes sense to me logically. I'd be very fascinated when Dewsbury Hall, negotiated with Chelsea and his contract was fleshed out. What were Chelsea telling him? Are you a squad player? Do we see you as an important team player? We've all played FIFA, right? We know there's important, there's crucial, there's squad, there's rotation, there's prospect.
Chemistry and all that.
Yeah, so what is his role in this squad or team? How much did Chelsea pay to sign him? Was it 20, 30 million?
I'm not. I'm
I
not so
can't
sure off the top of
remember.
my head
I'll
right
try
now.
and
Can't
find it.
remember.
Yeah, I mean, I think Maresca will phase him into the team. I know that's a bold thing for me to say, but and I think it comes down to trust. You know, he was one of the best players in the championship last year. Like I said, Leicester were playing this 3-2-4-1 or 4-4-2, however you want to look at it. You had Vardy and Dewsbury Hall as the attacking players who were pressing the opposition high up the pitch, winning back the ball to start their counter attacks. But then like, how is Felix going to fit in? How is Nkunku going to fit in? Jackson. It's difficult to predict. But I agree with the logic you were saying, Nee. I think if a manager at a previous club brings a player like Jorginho, example,
So many of them, right? So many
yeah,
of them.
there are a lot of them. Yeah,
Guardiola have brought in players. Anytime he brought players, those players starting over the whoever player was there before that player that comes in. We saw that with Jack Grealish, with Doku. We've seen that with Haaland. Players are leaving because Haaland will be the guy that will be starting. We've seen that with so many teams. If the player comes in, and we all know and yet we understand that he understands the coach's philosophy, he has to start the game to get that chemistry going on time. Else, it will take forever for these players to understand his style of play. Okay, you brought in Dewsbury Hall, and our understanding of why Dewsbury Hall came to Chelsea because he has played under Enzo Maresca, but yet he's not playing. It looks like a new signing. Enzo Maresca is gonna how do you call it? Introduce him to the game as time goes on. But he already understands the style of play, so why wouldn't he start the game? So that signing was just nonsense to me. And Stephen,
yeah.
Me too.
The other one
go ahead.
is that comes to mind is like De Ligt. Ten Hag has just brought De Ligt in. I think did he manage him at Ajax?
I think yeah, he did under
Yeah,
that Champions League.
Who?
yeah. De
Let's
Ligt, Man
Oh
United,
yeah,
because he was at Ajax,
there
wasn't
was
he? So
multiple people that were at Ajax with Ten Hag.
with Ten Hag, yeah.
Bro, I swear, like half their flipping starting 11 was at Ajax with. I'm not even joking. I swear, like half of them were there.
I'm so I don't know how to say this, but those that are recommending Eric Ten Hag to bring in players that he's worked with in the past, I don't think that's the right thing to do. It doesn't always work
What
that way.
worked in the Dutch league doesn't always translate to the Premier League. Like you'll
No, it
have the odd
doesn't.
player that it will, but you've got Mazraoui, I think, was there. You've got De Ligt was there. You've got Lisandro Martinez, I think, was there. You've got Anthony was there.
Anthony.
Like, bro, they got like 5-6 players that were at one point in their career in a Dutch league. At least 5-6 players. Yeah, that's what, a fifth of your squad. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Yeah, about 1/5 of your squad has played in a Dutch league at some point. But then actually, correct that, slightly over 1/5 because at least one of those players in Mason Mount also had a loan in the Dutch league as well.
Steven, would you say it's up to laziness from the scouting director to scout players that are way better than what everything has had a chance to work with before? Or he doesn't have the technical eye to look around and say, okay, this player over there is way better than whatever I've worked with at Ajax?
Put it this way, right? You'd guess based on the signings that they've made that he's got a heavy influence on the transfers, right?
Yeah.
You'd guess that. You'd also like to think that instead of doing that, Man United would actually go, okay, this isn't a good idea. We're just signing people he's worked with, and we're going to have a whole squad of basically former Ajax players. What we need to do as a club, we being Man United in this situation, is to actually go out, scout players, come back, and then look at all the data we've got on these players. And then we can say, okay, so this position, this player, this player, this player are the standouts. And then for, say, centre mid because they might be getting rid of Scott McTominay, for example. We want to look at, say, similar profiles, but better quality. This player. Do the same for Casemiro because Casemiro be going before too long as well. And then you have your options. Say you've got 5 options, right?
Yeah.
So you've got 2 top options, and then you've got 3 and 4 are sort of a middle level to sort of almost top end, and then you've got one that's slightly worse than that. So you've got almost 4 players that are at least great to top level, yeah, and then you've got one that's maybe like an average signing, right? Because the whole point is you work your way down your list, so do it as a priorities, right? This is our priority number 1 player, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5, right?
Yeah.
Then you go to your manager and go, these are the players we found that we think suit best what you and us as a club of Man United are trying to do. Tell us who you want us to sign out of these players. And then if he gives you a certain name, you go out to try and sign them based on that. And I've said this is how Chelsea should do it as well. Like, don't get me wrong. I've said this about Chelsea as well, where your scouts go out, they find players, then they come up with a short list of 5 or so players, because obviously you don't want a short list of 3 players because then, well, you don't want 2 players, say, for one position, because then they could just both get snapped up. So you need about 5 or so options, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then you go to the manager. Who do you think fits your system best? This is who we found that we think fits best. But out of these players, who would you want? The manager gives opinion. You go and try and get that player because it's who the manager wants, but also falls in line with what you're trying to do as a club. That's probably the best way to do it, in my opinion. And I think most people probably agree with that to an extent, because you can't have a manager having too much control.
Yeah.
Because this is an issue where I think that's what Chelsea kind of used to be like under Romans. Like, managers kind of got what and who they wanted, and that kind of caused issues because you're getting certain players for certain systems of certain profiles that when Chelsea inevitably sack a manager, you've got too many players from too many different managerial regimes that just don't fit what you're trying to do.
Definitely.
And that's
Definitely.
why one of the reasons when these owners came in, Clearlake, Bowley, and Mark Walter, and all the rest of them, there's about 6 of them, yeah, came in, we had a clear out because you've got so many players from all different regimes that don't fit something, whereas they, no matter what you think, right, they have an idea on what they want to do in terms of the profile manager, what sort of football they want a manager to play, and all these sort of things. The sporting directors and owners have an idea in their head, right? We had players from so many different managers, as I've just explained, because we're Chelsea and we're always sacking managers, even now, ironically enough, that it was too many different systems and styles of play that didn't fit into what their vision is for how Chelsea should be playing now. So that's one of the reasons we had a big clear out, is because we needed to get rid of so many players because they don't fit what the plan is. It's not just wages and it's not just age profile. There's also the tactical element of it, that you've got so many players that don't fit how Chelsea as a club are planning to play. Why would you want to keep players like that around? Because if you don't fit it, there's no point you being here because you're just wasting up spaces.
Thank you very much, Stephen G. Guys, we are still going. If you're just watching us, let us know where you're watching us from, and let us know your thoughts on the upcoming game between Chelsea and Wolves. If you're a Liverpool fan, let us know your team will be kicking off. I think a late kickoff for Liverpool today. Let us know in the Premier League. Also, there've been a couple games some good results, but there were no surprises. But yeah, Aston Villa hasn't started very well. No, Everton, sorry, Everton hasn't started very well, and Aston Villa also lost to
Ouch.
Arsenal Football Club. We'll be looking at next on the bill whilst we're still waiting for the
We
the
got about
real, would
40
I
minutes
say,
till the lineup.
yeah, the lineup to come out, the real lineup to come out. We will be tackling the we'll be looking at the injuries situations right now. The Chelsea's injury prior to today's game, and we'll be looking at Wolves also injury prior to the upcoming game. So that's what we'll be looking for at the moment, whilst we're getting things ready. Steven, we'll be looking at Chelsea's
Yep.
injury. Reece James, we all know he's out. Are there any other injury? Before we get into that, Mr. Ryan, is there anything you want to add to the conversation we just had before we move on?
No, I mean the one that maybe we will come on to talk about him is Felix.
Okay.
But I'm happy to pause that and we can come back, just not to disrupt the flow of the conversation.
All right, so thank you very much, Mr. Ryan. Swedish, big up to you, my friend Amos. Amos representing the channel all the way from Nigeria. Amos said he says Chelsea is losing by 3-1. That's from Amos. Thank you very much, Amos, for that comment. I hope Chelsea does better than that. They've invested a lot into the football club, and they have to do much better than just losing to 3-1. If they lose to 3-1, there will be a lot of talking points. There will be a lot to talk. The media will have their way, and Enzo Maresca and his boys have to stop that from happening. Swedish said, I hope that Chelsea can convert passes into goals, just like how and they shouldn't waste it. City does it much better against City. All right, that's what they said. New goalkeeper looked very, very good in Conference League game against just Sovet. Yeah, Enzo Maresca has to start the new goalkeeper, which is Philip Jurgensen is the name.
It's
Philip
not gonna
Jurgensen is the
happen.
name. And he's already made a statement that he sees Jurgensen to be the backup goalkeeper and will be in charge of the Conference League games and some cup games. So
He did also
I
say
don't know.
plans change, though.
Do what, Steven?
He did also say that plans can change.
Yeah, I mean, it has to change. Enzo Maresca, the plan
It
has to
won't
change
change
now.
now. It's too early for it to change now.
But it has to. It has to.
It will.
All right, Steven.
You know me. I honestly don't think it'd take long till it changes.
Yeah, we all saw the Shaka
We saw
Sloppy
Sanchez last season.
errors from So I don't know how he think that Sanchez
Bro,
is
he
way
gave it to
better
Man
than
City for
Jurgensen.
the Kovacic goal, innit?
Oh yeah.
Or
Yeah.
was it someone else?
No.
I can't
It wasn't
remember.
him.
No, it was someone else.
The Kovacic
No,
goal was
that's what it was.
Fofana.
He gave it to them, and then they put a cross in, and it went over everyone's head. So he got away with that one.
Literally, our goals that we considered against Man City, it was our own error. We committed.
But that
those
was the
passes.
same in the preseason game against them as well. It was just typical thing of Chelsea make an error. City are just too good of a team that they capitalize on it, and it's game over. That's the thing, right? It's not like, okay, City were very good, but it's Man City. But it weren't like Chelsea were terrible. It's just City are too good of a team that you can make a mistake against them. Inevitably, they're going to capitalize.
Yeah, they take their chances very, very well.
It is what it is, bro.
All right,
but yeah,
so
there's not really any injury news for Chelsea. I'm trying to find any for Wolves.
Okay. Then we're also looking for that. Put that one down on your note, and then I'll go to Mr. Ryan.
I've already got it.
Okay.
So Semedo's suspended, apparently.
Next in Semedo.
Yeah. And then they've got, who's this? Enzo Gonzalez, who I've never heard of, is injured until mid-April with a cruciate ligament injury, apparently. And then Sasha Kalajic, I think I've pronounced that right, Austrian, I believe he's striker, is injured until about October with a cruciate ligament as well. For Chelsea, the only ones that we have is obviously Reece James is injured, but he would have been suspended anyway. Sterling, Chilwell were not in the squad for obvious reasons, nor is Trevor Chalobah, because they've just not been put into the squad because Chelsea are trying to get them out of the club. So literally for Chelsea, the only one is Reece James, but he would have been suspended for this game regardless. But outside of that, there's nothing for Chelsea.
Outside of that, yeah, I think that we have. I'm not so sure. What's the update on Cole Palmer? He has a little knock. I know.
We this is what I was saying earlier. We were told by Maresca in his conference after the Chelsea versus Servette game that Palmer had already been checked. He felt something, he got checked, he's fine. And then there was pictures of Palmer in Chelsea training. I think it was yesterday. If it wasn't yesterday, then it was Friday. It was one of the last 2 days. There's pictures of Cole Palmer in training with the actual team as well, not on his own. So he'll definitely be involved in some capacity, you'd imagine. So yeah, there's nothing on any injury of Cole Palmer. It's literally just Reece James as far as we're aware.
Okay, so
But, like I said, Reece James would have been suspended anyway, so technically that's not an injury, it's just a suspension for him. He would also be suspended for our next league game, which is next Sunday against Crystal Palace.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Mr. Stephen G, for the update. Guys, we are live on YouTube and live on X at the same time. Let us know your prediction for the upcoming game between Chelsea and Wolverhampton Wanderers. Ryan is a Liverpool fan and has he has some good vital opinion on regards to today's game. So I'm taking his analysis. Ryan wants to discuss some few players. He wants to talk about some few players as the game goes on. You want to talk about Raheem Sterling, Ryan? Ryan, are you there? Joao Felix. Ryan, are you there?
Yet. He did say a message saying he'll be right back.
Oh,
but
okay.
I thought he'd be back now, but he's
okay.
Not, so, yeah.
Ryan, whilst we're waiting for Ryan, who is a Liverpool fan, like I said, Liverpool will kick their game. They have a late kickoff today around 4 p.m. UK time. So guys, so tune in and watch Premier League games. Premier League is back again. Did you really miss it that bad? If you did, let me know how bad you missed Premier League game. And I have a I have a question for you, Stephen. I have a nice question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Listen carefully, Stephen. Listen to this question carefully. Everyone there, listen to this question. Very, very important question. If dead people are to go to court, are we still going to call it hearing?
Repeat that.
Okay. If dead people.
Oh, deaf people. Okay, I got it now.
Yeah. If deaf people,
I didn't hear the word you said. I didn't hear you say deaf. I couldn't make out what word you said.
If deaf people,
I get it, and I'm not commenting on this. I'm not getting in trouble. I'm not getting cancelled.
No, give me your view on it. Would you still call
it? It's literally called a court hearing.
It's still going to be court hearing.
Yeah, it's literally what it's called. It's called a court hearing.
Oh, he can't hear whatever they're saying.
I'm not getting into this.
Ryan, are you back? Let's hope that Ryan comes back and give an update. Ryan, how should Chelsea start this game? Do we see Joao Felix starting this game? Do we see Raheem Sterling starting this game? Do we see Pedro Neto starting? And how should Enzo Fernandez play in our coming game? Something that we'll be looking at too. So guys, if you haven't dropped a like on this video, my name is Neil Zion, streaming live on YouTube and X. Drop a like on the video and let's get it going. Also, don't forget your prediction in the comment section below. We want to know what your thoughts are on the upcoming game. Your predicted lineup. Is Chelsea winning or is Chelsea losing? Hit the like button, everyone. Fantastic stream, said Alpha on YouTube. Big up to you, Alpha. I hope you and the family are doing well and your day is going on wonderful, like my day over here. Beautiful day, very, very early in the morning at 7:11 a.m. 11 past 7. in the morning, representing down here in the United States. So let me know where you're watching from. I'm watching from United States. Stephen G is watching. My co-host is watching from London. He's not even watching. He is in the studio representing the channel all the way in London. And then Mr. Ryan also in London. So yeah, we have a very, very big platform with a wide range of geographical people, what I said, location watching this stream. So wherever you're watching us from, that makes it number 13. I know Phantom of Minute Topic representing the channel in Manila, Philippines. Yeah, the land of Manny Pacquiao, the boxing legend. Phantom said, Steven, are you worried about this much? Maresca out will be loud. If Chelsea loses, big up to you too, Sports.
If people Maresca out after
Why?
2
It's been
games
a
in
long
France,
time. Oh, what has my brother been? It's been ages, brother. Where have you been? I don't hear from you on on X or Twitter. I don't hear from you on Discord. Not anymore. Where did you just vanish into thin air? Where have you been, bro? I can't tell you how bad I've missed you. It's been a long time. Says it's been a minute. How are you? I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing wonderful, bro. Let's get back to winning ways again. Contact me. Send me a message. Send me a message. Let me know how things are going. I would love to, because this brother was the legend when we used to do stream together, and he's still legend anyway. He's still legend. Oh my goodness. It's been a long time. Message me. Send me a message on X or on Discord. If not, I'll send you a message on Discord. I will do it myself. So get back to have our connection back. It's been a long time. It says I've been good, brother. I'm back this season. Hopefully, I can join your stream today. Absolutely. Why not? It's been a long time. I want to hear from you. I do support you, whatever you've been doing. Oh man. What a brother. Steven, you remember him? You will remember him when you see him. We see his face. You probably don't remember him by his your brand name, but you will remember him when you see his face. But big up to you, brother. I hope you're doing very well. Mr. Ryan, are you back? I think Ryan is still having a little bit of audio connection, but yeah, we've discussed some injury situation. We're still gonna look at some few problem at football club or the build up. We're looking at the build up, like I said, the build up. Like I said over here, he says we'll ping you a message in a few minutes. No problem. Guys, I will drop the link, and anyone watching live, if you want to come on and have a say, do me a favor. You're always welcome. Everyone is welcome to the stream. You're welcome. Jump in and have a say. You can put your predicted lineup or your predicted. Steven, are you ready for the tactical board? Oh no, you're not ready yet. You're not ready.
Lineup's not out, but we could do a predicted one using it if you want.
Yeah, we can do that until the lineup come up. We can start working on that one whilst we're waiting for the lineup.
Right.
I think that would be better. We've talked about injury update. Wolves. We've talked about Wolves update suspension. Predicted lineup. We're gonna look at the predicted lineup. The Q&A. What are your predictions for the match? Which Chelsea player need to step up in that manner? So while Steven is,
I've got it up. I'm just clearing all the names so we could do a predicted one without having the names in there already.
Okay, so let me share the link. Let me know, guys. Like I said, let me know in the comment section below. I will say adios. Keep the fire burning. Up to Chelsea. Blueclouds Media is live. Guys, hang in there. We'll be right back in just a second. Welcome back. I apologize for the looping. Welcome back again, guys. So we've got to the tactical board, and we're gonna go through it. Go to the tactical nature of it. That's what we need to see how Chelsea will line up and how Chelsea will attack and how Chelsea will defend when without the ball and with the ball. So if you're watching me live, this is what we're going through right now. Stephen will take us through the tactical board situation. Phantom of Meditop says someone with a Maresca experience should start out in the Premier and should start in the Premier League on Everton or Brighton or Fulham, not a big 16. And Sports Wire said, okay, will ping me a message. Okay, I hope Maresca is allowed by Click to take to start.
Bro, he'll be able to do whatever he wants.
Over Sanchez, according to Phantom. Please ask Maresca not to leave Palmer isolated, according to Phantom. So, if Mr. Ryan, whenever you're ready, say you can jump in. I'm not so sure. I can't tell when you're ready or not. So please let me know when you're ready. Thank you.
Do you want to do the predicted in a 4-2-3-1 or in a 4-3-3?
4-3-3.
Okay, 4-3-3, so I'll just move that one there. It's the easiest one to move. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm presuming we're going Sanchez in goal?
Yeah. Sanchez in goal.
Okay. Gotta presume we're gonna go Gusto Fofana. Gusto Fofana, Colwell, Cucurella. I'm presuming.
Phantom. And can you jump back in the bit once we're done with the tactical board, because I know you can't stay on for too long, and Steven just started with the tactical. But so I'm sorry, I just put the link in there and you have to click on it. But Phantom, let me get you back again right after.
We got about 20 minutes till the lineup's out, by the way.
Yeah, so we got 20 minutes. Stephen will be done in just 10 minutes. So as soon as he's done, we'll get you guys on. So I can give you guys time to talk. Go ahead,
we'll do our little predicted one, which will probably be very close to the starting one. Then we'll stop it for whatever's left, so say 10-15 minutes. Okay. Then when the actual lineup comes out, I'll get it set up if there's any changes that need to be made to our predicted one, and then we can go through it.
Yeah.
Testing.
I can hear you, Phantom.
Oh, okay. So if I may go, because my phone will heat up, and
that's why I said that if you can jump in a bit later, right?
Say what I need to say.
Phantom, can you hear me?
I'm on the road, so I'm not at home. See, I'm in a hotel. So,
okay.
So I have to say what I have to say, and then I'll sign off. Okay.
Go ahead.
Stephen, this is serious. This is serious business. I've been on loan a lot since Tuchel got fired, but never has the other team been offered a buy option. If Chelsea loses, there is a buy option today from Fulham, and they're going to exercise it, and I'm going to become fully Fulham. Of course, Nizion's channel is, every team can come here and be fans, but I won't be wearing any Chelsea shirts or anything like that, or I'll just be discussing Fulham team matters from now on. If Chelsea loses today, I will be permanent transfer. Got it?
Come by me.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. I'll type from below. Thank you.
Yeah. This is very hilarious from Phantom of Many Topic. You guys should expect this. This is Phantom. That's how he is. He loves Chelsea Football Club and Fulham Football Club. But yeah, that's my man, Phantom of Many Topic. Let's go back to the tactical board, Steven.
Okay, so which one do you want as the deepest midfielder?
The deepest midfielder, definitely we have to go with Lavia. Do you agree, Mr. Ryan?
Yeah, Lavia or Kai said, I think, who was deepest against City? Was it Lavia?
It was Lavia.
Yeah, Lavia.
In that game, it was Lavia.
So we're going Lavia?
Yeah, we're going Lavia.
I'm intentionally putting it in all caps so that it doesn't get blocked as much by the lines on the pitch that it's got. Otherwise, it's harder to read. What about the 2 number 8s? What we
So,
go for?
Stephen, if you can refresh people that are listening and watching, what's information you're going with? And
Yeah, so we're basically doing our predicted lineup at the moment, but unlike last season, it's more likely to be accurate doing a predicted lineup under Maresca based on the little we've seen so far for Chelsea than it is under Pochettino last season. So at the moment, we're just doing a predicted lineup. He sets up between a 4-3-3 and a 4-2-3-1 normally, so we've just gone for a 4-3-3 for argument's sake, just make it a bit easier. And then when the real lineup comes out, if there's any changes that need to be made, I'll make them on here, and then we can talk through what we think's got to happen tactically.
Okay, thank you very much. And what are your players you have on the pitch already? Goalkeeper and in the back row.
So far we've got Sanchez as the keeper because Maresca's comments the other day about Chelsea's goalkeeper. At the moment, the plan is to have Sanchez as your Premier League goalkeeper and to have Jorgensen as the essentially the cup competition goalkeeper. Right back, we got Gusto because Reece James is still both injured and suspended. Right centre back, well, let's just combine them. The centre back combination for Fofana Colwell, that's most likely be the number one combination when everyone's fit at centre back this season.
Has the right centre back convinced you a lot to put him in the starting lineup? Although you know that Maresca might start him, do you think he has
I'm
done
happy
enough
with
to start
Fofana.
him?
Yeah, I'm happy with Fofana. It's just a case of, look, Fofana's been out for 12 months, so that's why he wasn't playing in the Conference League as well the other night, because Maresca and Chelsea are managing his minutes so that he's not playing a lot of games in a short space of time, coming off of a 12-month injury. Colwell was also injured for a fair bit at the back end of last season as well, so both of them need to knock off some of the rust. And if they're going to be our partnership for the season, I've got no complaints because our other options don't fill me with confidence. Mostly Tosin, mostly Disasi and Badiashile don't fill me with confidence. I've not seen enough of Tosin in a Chelsea shirt to make a judgment on him yet. So I can't say that he doesn't fill me with confidence or that he does compared to the other two. And obviously, Chalobah's looking like he's getting sold. So I'm not going to comment on that.
All right.
Left back, we've gone Cucurella. Because 1, Chilwell's got to be sold. 2, Vega played the other night. And 3, Cucurella looked good against Man City. So there's 3 reasons for Cucurella being there. The deepest midfielder we've gone for, let's emphasize the fact that this is our deepest midfielder on paper, not necessarily what we'll have it be in-game situation. We've gone for Romeo Lavia. All throughout preseason and also against Man City, looked absolutely brilliant. It's a situation where I think we can agree he's basically undroppable already, no?
Cucurella.
Lavia.
Yeah.
He's basically already undroppable. It's a shame that he wasn't more readily available last season due to injuries.
He shows why Chelsea paid that amount for money for him.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember what it was in the end. I think it was 45 million with add-ons up to 50, something like that.
Up to 50 million, yeah.
Yeah, about that much.
It was roughly that. Okay, so now we get to the interesting part, right?
So we Ryan, are you okay with a deeper line player? The midfielder, Lavia. We put Lavia in that position. You think he's okay?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I said before. Yeah, Lavia was fine.
Okay. Nah. All right. Let's move on to Steven.
The interesting part now is that I personally think Nkunku and Palmer would be better in the half spaces. The issue we have is that you've also got Caicedo and Enzo. So on paper, you could have Caicedo and Enzo as your 2 8s, and then keep one of, or you could have one of them and then one of Nkunku or Palmer. That's the way I'm looking at it. You either have both, but then you force at least one of your players, a Palmer or Nkunku, to play out wide, which I don't think this system suits them, like holding the width. Or you go for one of them with one of Nkunku Palmer, so only one of Nkunku Palmer's potentially holding width.
So who are the players you put in front of Lavia? Lavia sitting in the deep. You're talking about the midfield. Those two players in the middle, in the center page. Who's on the left hand side? You have Caicedo on the left.
Think what I think's going to happen is I think it's going to be the same Caicedo and Enzo again. I think
Caicedo and Enzo.
I think it's going to be both of them again.
Do we get the balance from those two players? Is Enzo creative enough? I think that Moraska has to drop one of them and keep, because they're both like their Caicedo himself hasn't been that great. Too many cards, too many yellow cards, and his tackles have been very, very, very awful. I think Moraska has to put in the creative player, either Felix or someone, either Felix and Caicedo, or either Felix and Enzo Fernandez. One of them has to be in the midfield to create and give Chelsea
Felix
that
won't start.
creativity. I know he's not, but I'm saying the balance. I don't think those two give us a good balance. That's what I'm trying to say. But go ahead, sir.
I'm wondering, okay, what do you two think? If you had to pick the two midfielders, right, for the number 8 role, I say midfielders, you can include Palmer and or Nkunku in this, right? Which two would you go for?
To me, I will be playing Lavia in a deeper role. I'm going for
no, but I'm saying for the two in front of him.
I'll go for Palmer on that right hand. Palmer and what's his name, Enzo Fernandez.
So just so that I can show people, so you'd go Palmer here and Enzo here, right?
Yeah. What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah.
No, Ryan. Look at it carefully. Don't agree with me.
I like Palmer there in the middle. I don't want him out wide because he was just too ineffectual against City playing the wide position. I mean, do you bring... I'm assuming João Felix has the clearance, right? He's in the squad today.
He'll be in the squad, but he won't start.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's... So you're dropping Caicedo?
Yeah, I'm dropping Caicedo.
Oof, brave call.
I don't hate it. Like, I don't hate it because it gives you
but did he do anything wrong?
Bring off the bench, and it also means you can get players more into the area where they're probably playing to their strengths. I don't hate it.
Caicedo didn't do nothing wrong. It's just that it doesn't give the balance. It doesn't give us more creativity in the midfield. So I was thinking I'll draw Caicedo, play Palmer and Enzo Fernandez in there. Enzo can defend. He can defend. He's got some good passes within him. We have Lavia, who's been that good in that defensive role there. It's like N'Golo Kante in that role. And Palmer, who can also string passes and also get goals for us. Right behind, he can play right behind the attacker, who's also very, very good. So Palmer, long range, you can get goals from him. That's the main reason why I'm keeping him. I don't know why Ryan. Let's let Steven, let Ryan give us his thoughts on who is he gonna pair. Players that he's gonna put in the middle there. Can you hear me, Ryan? Are you there, Ryan? We lost. Yeah, go ahead, Steven.
Okay, so what I was gonna say is, so are you thinking, say against a stronger opponent? No disrespect to Wolves, they're a solid team, yeah. But against, say, your traditional fellow Big Six teams of Man United, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Spurs, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would you potentially go for a different combination and put maybe Caicedo in instead of Palmer there, but then have Palmer in a different position?
You're saying if you're playing the bigger team
Yeah,
or
so
top team?
if you're playing a bigger team, do you maybe go say we put Palmer here for example? Do you maybe go Palmer here and then go Caicedo here, and then work with that
Palmer
against one of your big six teams, maybe?
in the wings.
Yeah, no, not for today. Not for today. I'm saying against a team like Arsenal, Man City, Man United, Tottenham, Liverpool. Do you maybe go for all three of Lavia, Enzo, Caicedo, and then maybe put Palmer out wide for that to give you a bit more solidity in midfield by adding Caicedo into that midfield?
See, when you're playing the bigger teams and you use that combination, use those players there, it makes us more defensive instead of being attacking minded. You get what I'm saying?
No,
It
but I'm
doesn't.
saying against like a Man City, right?
Mhm.
I think that would probably be the best way to go.
I
Which
mean,
is what we did the other day.
Why Man City? We have to play these two players in there.
No,
mean-
because what I'm saying is, right, Man City, I think it's better to have an extra defensive-minded midfielder, which
In the
is
mid-
what Caicedo would do.
Okay. I mean,
Whereas
I get what you're saying.
Enzo can
Yeah,
still
I
like
agree.
spray
I
his
agree with that
passes
as
and
well.
stuff, which I think is perfect, right? He can
Yeah.
be like an outlet, he can spray it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But against a team like Wolves or even lower opposition, I'm with you of having Palmer here, I'll clear Caicedo from here. And then maybe you have... Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, right? We've seen it at times where Gusto in this system's overlapped, right?
Yeah.
Which would allow this player here that I'm moving now to come more central, right?
Mhm.
So what I'm thinking, if this is going to be what we're going for, is I'll show you what I'm thinking, right? I'll go in Kunku here, right?
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I'll go in Kunku here and then... Oh, but that then means you pretty much have... Do you know what? Even though I don't think he'll start, for argument's sake, I'll just go Neto for now, right?
Yeah.
What I would then do, for the possession sake, with this, ignore the striker part for now. We'll put a name in a second, yeah? Is I'd have Palmer come up here, Lavia, Enzo here, because Enzo can dictate the play from here with his passing, yeah?
Yeah.
Put Palmer there, Nkunku there, have Gusto holding the width on the right. You then have your typical Maresca
Back three.
set up at the back of the three in possession. Then you've got Enzo, Lavia. Like I said, you've got Lavia, who I think is better defensively. I think that goes without saying, and has been very impressive throughout preseason and the first game against Man City. Then you've got Enzo, which the role that Harry Winks played last season, which was the deeper midfielder, when Maresca had your fullback coming into midfield. So it would have been your right back or your left back with Harry Winks at Leicester, right? We could do that with having two natural midfielders and having a fullback hold the width instead. Right? But that Harry Winks role, Harry Winks on average last season had about 100 touches a game. Enzo Fernandez, when he was at Benfica, had about 100 odd touches a game. And even when he came Chelsea, he had about 100 touches a game. It allows him to dictate the pace. You know, you were speaking about Jorginho earlier, where Chelsea used him to dictate the tempo of the game and use his passing ability, right?
Mhm.
That's what Enzo can do in this role, in this game, if you have him and Lavia both as deeper and don't play Caicedo. That's what I'm thinking in my head.
Okay.
But now I'm going to put it back, and then I'm wondering what your guys' opinions are on who would be the two wide players, the two wingers. Who did we have here? Palmer was here, and then Enzo here, Lavia here, and then, yeah. So who would you two go for?
I'm going.
For
I
the
mean,
wide
this. Ryan, you want to come in before me? I don't want to always spoil the soup for you. And go
No,
go for it.
I mean I agree with Stephen on this so far.
Yeah, who would you pick for your the wide range? I mean, wingers on the right hand side. Who would you go for?
It's a tricky one. If you're moving Palmer into the middle, I mean, can Nkunku pay out wide?
Yeah,
I don't think holding the width works for him, which is why I was saying about in possession you have both Palmer and Nkunku centrally as eights essentially. Enzo drops deeper next to Lavia. Gusto holds the width on the right instead of Nkunku.
Yeah,
Because then you've got
probably.
both Palmer and Nkunku utilising what, in my opinion, is probably one of their best strengths, which is the half spaces.
Yeah, true.
so who are you going for?
This is a tough one. Come back to me. I need to think a bit more on this one.
All right, I'm
Chelsea
going
players.
for Madueke. There's no with nothing. I mean, there should be anything stopping from Madueke play on that right hand side. I'm going with Madueke because he was a game changer. He came in from the bench against what's his name is Suvet and Suvet, and he really played much better on the right hand side. So I think that we have to reward him with a stat today. So I'll go for Madueke on the right hand side. He's got pace, he's got great right foot and good left foot, and he's he can do much damage on the right hand side. Playing against a team like Wolves, it won't be that difficult for Madueke to impact the game. So yeah, I'll go for Madueke on the right hand side.
What about your left hand side?
On the left hand side, I will start just like you said, Nkunku holding on the wing will be a problem. I'll still start him. He can be more productive in the 18 than Raheem Sterling has been. I'll still start Nkunku on the left hand side.
Okay, so you're gonna go Nkunku holding width then?
Yeah,
right?
Nkunku, yeah. I'll go with Nkunku on the left hand side.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so you essentially have it more of the typical Maresca way, right? Where you'd have your 2 8s here, and then one of, let's just say for now, put Gusto there, right? It could be Cucurella, doesn't really change, right? So you'd have one of Gusto or Cucurella next to Lavia like this, and then it's your typical setup of Maresca, where you've got your 2 8s, and then you've got your 2 wide players holding the width, and then obviously you've got your striker up top, opposed to having one of your 8s drop deeper, which in this case would be Enzo, which is the way I showed it a couple minutes ago. You'd have it more this way.
Yeah, more that way. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. And then my attack, the striker will be Jackson. Nicholas Jackson need to start this game.
I better sharpen up because otherwise, A, Chelsea look like they're going to sign a striker anyway.
Okay.
And B, Jackson hasn't impressed.
All right. So while Stephen is arranging it, I have my
I've
brother.
already arranged it. It's fine.
My brother here who's been dodgy with me. VG is in the house. So big up to your brother.
Oh, I remember now. All right, I'll be back in a second because the lineup's out in 5 minutes. So I want to quickly get a drink before that.
And do your editing or whatever you want to put in whilst the
I'm going to quickly go grab a drink, and then when the lineup comes out, I'll put the actual lineup.
Yeah, I'll still come to Ryan. Ryan, I'll come back to you to give me your player you want to put on the right hand side.
Yeah, sorry, Nee. Please come back to me.
Okay. All right, VJ, big up to you, brother. And it's been forever. Tell us the story.
Hello, how are you? It's been a while. I really missed you guys, and I really missed Chelsea Football Club. I've not been closely following for the past season, Partially because I was very busy with my professional, work. This year, I thought, you know what, things are changing around Chelsea. It's not going to be anymore the same old Chelsea. I see some, new energy in Enzo Maresca, exciting with this press conference and all of that. I thought I should join in and check in with you guys. I mean, how are things going on with you guys? And I've seen this channel has grown like tenfold from the time that I've been part of it. Exciting to see a lot of chats flowing in and a lot of people, interacting, and you still holding up strong as usual as ever. Pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for getting me in, Nazir. And how are you? How are things with you? How is the channel going on? As someone who's looking at it from the outset, you've been doing a splendid job.
Thank you
Tell me
very
more.
much. It's not that easy. And I know you've been there. You've been there with me when we're trying to get this channel to where it has to be. I had a few setback. I think about a year, 2 years ago. I had to go. I was gone for almost about 8 months without streaming because I had a spinal surgery, three spinal surgery within a week. So yeah, it took me a while to get back walking and then start doing this again. So that was a little
Yeah.
setback, but besides that, the channel has been rocking. The past few weeks, the number of subscribers and it's been growing very, very well. Yeah, it's been growing very, very well, and the
Uh,
fans are always also buying into what we're doing. So it's nice to
yeah,
have you back on the show.
true that is, and it's my pleasure to be on the show. Thank you so much for the invite again. And Phantom of Many Topics, another regular. Been here for close to 2 years now, I guess. Nice to see him on the channel as well. Ryan and Steven, as usual as always. I think Steven used to go to the stadium as well and stream a few videos from there, if I'm
Right.
not wrong.
Yeah, you
uh,
can remember.
those
You
good old
remember.
days, yeah,
You do.
yeah.
Yeah,
All
still going. Just we don't really have the time to do the lives from the stadium at the moment.
right. Right.
Mm.
All right. So
This isn't the official one. I've just put that for when it comes out. Just bear with me because
okay.
it's out in like 2 minutes.
All right. If you want, I can also share the other screen, the lineup itself. If you can send it to me.
It's not out yet.
It's
I'm
not out
just
yet.
waiting for it to
Okay.
come out. It'll be out in literally like 2 minutes.
Okay. All right. So let's talk to our brother here. Ryan, let me know if you're ready. Then I'll let you come in. Then but we're also waiting for Ryan to get his player ready.
Oh
Let
shit.
me we're gonna chat Chelsea a little bit. We're gonna chat Chelsea, and I know my brother is getting some updates on Chelsea. Okay, let's go to VG brother. Chelsea, as we all say. There's been a lot of changes. There's been a lot of updates in terms of their transfer dealings and players that they've brought in. You, as a Chelsea fan, the negatives, and there's so many negatives out there than positives. How do you see the new owners, and how do you see the in terms of how they are running the football club?
That's a good question, and for someone who's been looking at it, at my channel, or what I do is more on the financial side of things. So I keep a track on what goes on with the numbers and number crunch it as much as possible, and it's exciting to see the amount of operative deals that we are making across Europe, right? And the scout network that we've set up very recently. These are things that were absent during the late Roman Abramovich era, right? I mean, as much as he is a very successful owner for us, every single season we win a trophy or the other. There have been issues with the way that we scout. We go for high value players. When I say value, the monetary value alone, without looking at what they can actually contribute. But then the model is now trying. I see a shift in the model, the way that we change. The Premier League in itself has, I think, Chelsea are front runners in doing that. The reason why I say that is 2003. If you take Roman when he came in, he came with a model. No one bought around that model initially, right? Good signings, quick money, best managers, all of that in a quick phase, and then people started buying in. And one club that made the better version of what we did was Manchester City, right? They bought in to the model that we did, and they did it better. Partially also because we were impacted by COVID and all of that at that point in time, and Chelsea ownership struggles with the ownership and all of that. But now again, I think with this new model, new ownership, there's a different model that Chelsea is trying to operate with: longer term contracts, which means lesser wages. And all the moves that we've been doing this season, if you have observed, I'm pretty sure the experts in the panel would have observed the same thing. We are reducing the top value players like 325K a month, a week sort of value players from our books. Right now, what that does for us is, as people speculate from the outset, we might have 42 players in our squad, but still a wage book is not as high as anyone would imagine, right? Because on a weekly wage structure, you'd still have people over, but then we are not going to that level where there's like 325K players in and around with us. Now, uh, another thing, that I wanted to highlight with respect to how the finances operate globally and how Chelsea is making best use of it is that we all know that we have an unspoken recession that's happening around in the job market and how things operate. And what it has done for us is, or what it has done for investors particularly who are into companies, is that it has increased the interest rate. It says they call it high interest rate, right? So this high interest rate is something that people or investors really look into when they want to buy into a startup, when they want to invest into a startup and all of that. Now, this has been going on a steep curve for a while now, right? And I think the elections in the US and all of that, I hope it brings back the interest rate. It reduces the interest rate again. What it will do for investors is that more money would flow in. Right now, we don't. Not a lot of clubs are making big moves. This transfer window, you could observe, there's not a lot of big moves, and that's partially because people are in a holding pattern right now. They're waiting for the elections. They're waiting for the interest rates to go down. Once that happens, people start again investing. When that happens, football will also see a lot of transfers coming in. But what we have done at this point in time is we've made use of that intermediary gap, and we've made good investments. And all of that are 6-7 years of investments, right?
Okay.
So those are important patterns that we might have to recognize. Outside the market globally, and also the football market. How do we connect those dots? And when we do that, it kind of makes sense what Chelsea is trying to do and what the Chelsea board is trying to do. For 7 years, we'd have a lot of very good talents with us. Some of them might work, some of them might not. That is bound to happen. Young players, that's a risk that we might have to take. Otherwise, we would not be successful in this model. So there are both pros and cons with this model, and I hope it comes out very successful. But I can understand the direction what Chelsea is trying to take, and I'm with it.
Thank you very much. That's a huge, long explanation. Financial terms. I know this, brother. It's all more about financial. Yeah. So if you're a Chelsea fan out there, you're looking at the financial pros and cons on what Chelsea are trying to do, and you don't understand it yet, this will be your platform to join. We have our brother here, and he has a YouTube channel too. And soon, like you said, he's back on his feet on YouTube again. We will make sure we get him there, as he's been putting a lot of work. Financial man himself, so he can break things down for you to understand what exactly Todd Bowley, Cletlick are doing at Chelsea Football Club. I know people think it's all about them making profit, not just that, but the man himself, VG, will explain for you to understand and buy into the project. So we have our man over here. Also, guys, the lineup is out there. Sanchez in goal post as it is.
We can't see it, by the way. If you'd meant to put it up, we can't see it.
Oh, it's up there. It's on my screen.
Definitely can't see it on my end.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We see
you guys
James,
see?
And he's not going to play this match.
Oh, what do you guys see now on my screen? What do you guys see now?
Yeah, we're seeing Reece James on the screen.
Oh, green screen. That's weird. because I was seeing Jackson, and I thought maybe you guys were seeing it. But Makim is in the building. We're gonna get to Makim here in a second. Before we get to Makim, let me go through the lineup for you. That bad boy over there, Jackson. Look at his face. He's telling you guys something. You gotta stop me. Nicholas Jackson is the poster boy for this lineup. But Sanchez, Gusto Fofana, Cucurella, Casado, Enzo Fernandez as the captain, Madueke, Palmer, Modric, Jackson. The substitutes are Jurgensen, Tosi, Badishir, Viega, Renato Viega, Drisbury, Hall, Neto, Nkunku, Joao Felix, and McGee as the second striker. So that's what we have, folks. Let me know what your thoughts are on this predicted lineup. Let me hear from my man himself.
I've got the thing set up for whenever you're ready as well.
Yeah, we'll go back there right away after Makim is done. We'll look at the tactical board and how this lineup can affect our team and how we can win a game against Wolves. Let's go to Makim. Makim, welcome back to the show, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you
On a
doing,
good
sir?
Sunday. Yeah, all is well. All is well.
Thank you. Nice to have you on the show as usual.
Yeah. You know how it is to be a Chelsea fan. You know, it's never a normal day.
What's in your mind, Mr. Makim? Drop it. Drop your 2 cents, brother.
With this lineup here, we were supposed to be having an upgrade and update, something more and better than last time. Where is Lavia? Why is Lavia not there?
Somebody, I don't know if
I
it's
don't
true,
see his name
somebody just said
anywhere.
that he's injured.
Looks like there's injury there, so we're gonna.
It's
end
not
up seeing-
confirmed. That's what a report I've just seen says.
but he's not in the squad at all today, so that should be
At all.
Yeah, he's not in
Not
the
in
squad,
it.
not even on the bench. So it means there's an injury there, and we might see Casado and the captain, vice captain.
Nkunku
So-
on the bench makes sense now that I think about it. I forgot that he'd started on Thursday, which means he started Sunday and Thursday. So that would have made sense for him to start again.
Okay. All right, Makim, go for it.
To be honest, yeah, with having Enzo there starting like that, with the following of the runs, I wouldn't do it. To be honest, I would have started. This would have been my introduction to Joao Felix, if anything, or Nkunku will play in the Enzo position, someone more physical at least. And I don't know the options we have. Dewsbury Hall, I don't know. I don't really believe in it. But the back line for Fala, I don't really believe in that too. Badiashile or Tosin, both of them are not convincing. The Sassy could have done something. He's more of a challenge compared to the rest of them because he was the best player behind Silva last season. And I don't know. I trust Vega more as a centre back more than Cole at the moment.
You ain't seen Vega at centre back though.
Yeah, we haven't seen him centre back, but you can see that he has the small balls, the small ball intelligence. Cole was good at long balls, but when it comes to short passes, yeah, Badiashile is a bit better than him. But yeah, that's really my take on it. It's just like the middle of the park, Lavia, that's a big miss. This is why I didn't want to learn now Ugo Chukwu, because when Lavia gets injured or something like this happens, we can have him to slot in. But yeah, this is yeah.
I think that's Makim's worried over here. Let's guys, we're gonna come to the tactical drawing board and we're gonna move the players around. But let me hear from VG. VG, the lineup is here. I'm not so sure of your thoughts on the lineup. Are you okay with that?
It's interesting. A couple of places. If I look at the lineup, one thing, yeah, like Stephen mentioned, Nkunku has been starting a couple of times in this season, so maybe it makes sense for him to get a 30 minutes on his sleeve for this game. But one thing that I'm surprised with, obviously the Lavia factor. If that is injury, I'm concerned because he's just come from a year-long injury. Hopefully, it's not a recurring injury and that's not a pattern. But we're yet to see the best of Lavia. Let's say for an extended period of time. In the one game that he came up for Chelsea against Man City, he looked a league at another level. I was really impressed with his performance. But one thing that surprises me on the defensive area of the pitch is that looking at Wolves, how they've adapted to this particular transfer window, and the players that they've had to let go of, given that they are in a financial situation as well. What it has made them do is play more towards the center, right? When if you look at Wolves' last game as well, they played more on the center, and that's highly unlikely of Wolves to do so. They're usually a team that uses the full area of the pitch, full width of the pitch. That's partially also because they've lost a good winger in Pedro Neto, right? So they're starting to attack more on the center, and the striker, if I'm not getting his name wrong, his name is Sasa, I guess, another Norwegian striker,
Kalanji.
scaling up to
Yeah.
6'6", I guess, 6 feet and 6 inches, 200 centimeters, centimeters, whatever. So that's and he's
That one's
90
injured, by the way.
kg.
The
He's
Austrian
not
guy
playing
you're
this
on
game.
about is injured.
It is Sasa Kalanji or whatever they call him.
Yeah, Kalajdzic,
Okay.
I think.
Then that makes sense. I mean, I didn't look at the Wolves lineup yet, but if he was playing, then I would be concerned around starting, Fofana and Colwell there. I'd rather have someone like Dawson play there because of the pure physique nature of that forward. But otherwise, Judd, it looks nice. I really want to see Mudryk succeed. And maybe Sanchez has to prove himself to earn his place in the team. Right now it is his place, but it's his place to lose us as well, because was his name Jurgensen?
Jurgensen,
The
yeah.
one that,
Philip Jurgensen, yeah.
he was pretty good. A couple of close saves and all of that against Sevet, and Sanchez's difficult job on and off the pitch now, because he needs to maintain the same kind of training regime even off the pitch. To ensure that he gets his place on the squad every Premier League game, because Maresca has been pretty vocal about that. He wants players to perform the same way that he expects them to perform in the game, even in training, right? And that's one of the comments that he was giving for Madueke as well. But all in all, a good lineup. I hope we have a very good game today. I'm not looking for a high. If I'm being honest, it's not going to be a high scoring and goal fest, I believe. But then a scrappy win should still get the job for us. I mean, we'd still be getting the 3 points and getting our first points of the season.
Thank you very much, Vijay, for that. Stephen, the guy. So this is the lineup for Wolves. I don't think Chelsea fans really care much about this, but yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah, this is
Sorry, Nee. Look at them. Look how big their midfield is. Look at the size.
Yep.
the midfield.
They're
Yeah,
huge.
Gomez,
Pause.
Lamina,
Pause. Double pause.
Totti. Let's see.
Yeah, that's why they want to use the center area of the pitch. They've got
To be
strong
fair,
midfielders
their
now.
midfield isn't natural.
That's a physical team, you know.
Bro, to be
Very,
fair,
very
their team
physical.
isn't natural in midfield. That Bellegarde guy is like 5'7". Lamina's 6 foot. Okay, that's tall compared to some of our players. And João Gomez is about 5'9".
5'9", about the same height with me. Makim, how tall are you?
I'm good enough, man. I'm devastated, man, with this lineup, man.
No, I said, how
Mudryk.
tall are you? How tall are you? 6 feet.
Oh, me. Oh, 5'10".
5'10". Oh, you're just
So you're like the
an
same
inch.
height as Huang.
Me.
Then.
Yeah, I'm 5'9". So
I'm
he's
like
a
6'3".
little taller than
Yeah, but
me.
it's not really about the height though. You know, these guys are they're strong players. Like They're
But
also
Makin, I hope
technical, long of it.
sometimes some people
Like
can be
Juan is
some people can be 5'10" and I can be 5'9" because they have big head. I hope you don't have a big head. Your head is not bigger than me. That makes you taller than me. Because that's not fair.
a big head and a long head. Look at this one talking.
Someone has a long head. Yeah, I could be taller than Makim. All right. So that's
Oh,
just a joke. Guys, suppose something there for you to laugh.
Bro, you know
Yeah.
their striker, yeah? Their striker's
Yeah.
like 6'4".
Oh boy. And
Yeah, that's the one I was
Jackson, I
talking
don't
about.
think Jackson's anywhere near 6'4".
Jackson's probably 6'1" on a good day.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
Oh, he's
6'1".
actually 6'1".
Cunha and Juan are very physical players. These guys are like pit bulls. Don't get it twisted.
They're very strong team. They're a rugged team, rough team. They play rough. All the games that I've seen, Pedro Neto, Raheem Jimenez, the Mexican, they're very, very rough. They're just attacking minded. They don't waste
Even the
time.
left back is 6 foot.
Oh boy, very tall
Yep.
players.
Who's 6 foot?
Just to,
The left back.
I'm left back. Who's that?
No, Nori's 5'10", and he basically 6 foot. But I get your point. But Doherty at right back's like 6'1".
All right. Swedish. Big up to you, Swedish. He said in Kuku not starting in 11. It's not in the starting lineup. Yeah, he played, so he has to be on the bench. Swedish said I was waiting to see Neto playing about 60 minutes of first half, then sub him out for the starting. I think for starting today. Also at Sports where it says okay. I don't know. I don't know what that means.
That's Hindi. By Hindi se hua. Sorry, India se hua. Yeah, I am from India. Hi Sudesh. It's nice to meet you. Welcome to
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll say, guys, Swedish. I know this guy is a very, very good guy over the Swedish. Follow him and the link. If you look at Sportswire, let me go all the way back to his comment. This link right there, the comment. Click on the 3 dots, go to his channel and subscribe. And he's gonna put some more content out there. Yeah, we still got 13 of us watching live on his platform. So yeah, anyone here very, very interested? He's a Chelsea, Chelsea fan and content creator. So from the financial side, not just financial side, he knows the game. He will give you some more information when you subscribe to his channel. I'm happy to have him back on the show again. Let's go to the tactical board. Steven, twist things around and see where we are. Put things around in terms of the lineup.
So based on what we're seeing, right?
Yes, sir.
In terms of Gusto, Fofana, Colwell, Cucurella, and Caicedo, Enzo, Palmer. It's got to be more of the typical Maresca way of playing based on what we're seeing. If Nkunku was there, I'd expect there to be an overlap, but he's not. So I'm expecting in possession to see Palmer, Enzo, typical like Maresca 8 rolls crashing into the box. Caicedo's got to be the deepest of the midfielders. Then I don't know which one yet, but one of Gusto will come next to Caicedo, or Cucurella will go next to Caicedo, right? For now, just to make life easier, I'm going to go Gusto because he's done it more commonly from what we've seen so far. The centre-backs then shift over. So Colwell become your central centre-back. Cucurella become your left centre-back. At times, Sanchez will be like an extra centre-back just to give you numbers. It won't happen all the time.
This just
Which
sorry,
worries
just
me
makes my
because
balls
Sanchez
boil,
is
man.
passing scary. Which is that?
No, just saying that the whole thing just triggers me, man. I'm just worried, man.
Sanchez
I just
triggers
hope we
me.
don't lose.
Don't even go there. Sanchez triggers me. He's got to do something stupid. I can feel it.
He will. He will. He's coming. He will just pass the ball to one of the attackers to score.
Every game without fail.
Sanchez will. He will do it. But go ahead.
Sanchez just got to play the ball straight to their player on the edge of the 6-yard box or something. 18-yard box.
Stephen, I just wanted to ask you something. You're talking about Gusto coming in at the 6th position to make it a double 6 there. But don't you think, as much as we'd like Enzo to be up forward, don't you think Enzo's going to be coming back
See, this is
the
what I
six.
was saying earlier. I know roughly what you're saying. So if I do this, right? So what I was saying earlier was if we had Nkunku instead of Madueke, right?
Yeah.
So okay, I'm just gonna change it to Nkunku for a moment, right? If we had this, I'd have where was it? Enzo come back here, Palmer and Nkunku in the half spaces. Then I'd have Gusto overlapping holding width because I don't think Nkunku strong suit is holding width. Him and Palmer are better in the half spaces. But because it's Madueke, that's why I've got it as Enzo being like the typical Maresca number 8. Madueke. Yeah, that's why. Because if it was Nkunku, I don't think that's his strong suit. So I think he'll be inside with Gusto holding width.
Mhm.
But because it's Madueke,
Sorry, guys.
and
Sorry, guys. I'll be back here.
no
I gotta
worries.
pop over to the corner shop, man. I'm gonna need
Okay.
a few more beers for
Bro
this.
said I need
This is
something to help survive Sanchez.
All right, my
you
king,
know
take it
this.
easy. We'll be right here.
Yeah.
Anytime.
See you guys later.
Yeah.
See you in a bit. But yeah, that's why I've got it this way, is because it's Madueke, not Nkunku. If it was Nkunku,
Interesting.
as I've explained, I would have him where Enzo is, Enzo where Gusto is, Gusto where Madueke currently is,
Mm.
as I
Right.
just showed like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, one good thing about our cams is that both of them have their own defensive ability, but then they've got their weaknesses as well. How we fall back and get back to positions, it's going to be interesting how the front 5 are going to work together. Interestingly, all the 5 had been part of Chelsea the previous season as well.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that until you've just said it. Obviously, all were here last season, so they all have a bit of understanding with each other, which could be.
Actually, the entire 11 is from the previous season. If you look at it,
Huh?
the entire 11 is from the previous season. There's no new players in there.
Oh yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
Then
That's
again,
true.
we haven't really brought in many. I mean, Jorgensen came in. You've got Neto. You've got Felix, and that's about it, really. Well, Tosin,
All right.
but
See, so my prediction came up. I put Madueke on the right hand side. I was expecting Madueke to start this game, and it looks like we have Madueke in there. And Modric, I wasn't expecting Modric, but man is saying there is potential in this player, and his problem is the decision making. It's not his
no.
ability. So let's hope that
Um,
Modric will
we
perform
have an
better.
issue.
What is the issue, sir? Go ahead.
Maresca said that Lavia has a small hamstring issue, but not a huge concern. Right.
Oh,
My next question is: how small is small?
Yeah.
Like,
How-
are we talking international break small,
Oh goodness.
or are we talking
We can't
longer
have this thing.
than that, but
Yeah.
not a whole season thing?
Hamstring, man. You are a physio, Steven. You know how this hamstring takes the place away. Reece James went through hamstring and he was gone almost all season. Okay.
3 weeks. You're looking at 3 weeks or something.
He said it's nothing too serious, so let's hope it's nothing too serious.
Yeah, all right, we hope so because this guy he's been back and he's playing very well, and I hope that we can keep that consistency. But go ahead, VJ. Excuse me.
I just wanted to confirm if Felix is part of the squad at least.
Yeah.
Is he going to be off the bench or something? Okay, that's good.
Yeah, the bench is Jorgensen, Tosin, Badiashile, Vega, Dewsbury Hall, Pedro Neto, Christopher Nkunku, João Felix, and Mark Gay.
Yeah, that's a really good bench. I wanted to give my 2 cents on Vega as well. Surprisingly, he's been really good. I mean, he obviously has some facets of the game that he might have to improve. But then, looking at him against Herbert, I don't want to jump into conclusions so quickly. But he actually looked pretty good.
He also played Servette last season, don't forget, because they're Swiss, and we got him from Basel, which is Swiss.
Okay, this connection.
And I think he can play four different positions, right, Steven? If I'm right.
DM, centre back, left back.
So three positions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, multiple positions, very, 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 very versatile, very tall, hungry to succeed. So I know Ryan said, was it Ryan or someone said about Viega, putting Viega as a left center back. I think he can do it if in terms of the distributions and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think Viega can do a job for Chelsea if Levi Okuwa is not cooking in that left center back role, because we've seen some. And then also, yeah, Fofana has to wake up in this game. Thank you, Fofana, giving assist to Kovacic for Kovacic to score a goal against Chelsea. Thank you, Fofana. I'm starting to believe in you. But if you make that hollow, those mistakes you make again today, then I'm about to wash my hands. I'm about to wash my hands, Steven.
You never believed in him, don't lie.
No, I've never, and I'm starting. Like I
Okay,
said,
okay,
honestly,
so you
I
just
said I'm
proved my point.
starting
Thank
to
you. You
believe.
proved my point. End the
Yeah,
conversation. You proved my point.
yeah, I did. I said I've never believed in him, but I'm starting to believe in him. But that is, I'm very, very happy for that assist he gave to Kovacic, who don't score goals, but scored a goal against Chelsea. You
Bro,
get what I'm
every
saying?
Chelsea former player scores against us.
We make them look so good when they play against Chelsea. So for fun, thank you for that assist, but I don't want
Do
to
you
see it
remember when
again.
Sturridge scored that banger against us?
Yeah, and then he went like that, doing that stupid dance.
Yeah.
I hope the same thing happens with Wolves today. Neto scores for
And
us.
then Neto do the salsa dance. I hope I can. I mean, he's not
You
gonna
know
do that.
what's
Neto
funny
is
about
very,
Neto,
very.
yeah? He always does like 4 or 5 celebrations in one. There's
so many.
literally a gif of it. He's sort of shaking his hands and then he's like pumping his fist, then he's jumping in the air. Like, bro, he does like 3, 4 celebrations in one every time he scores.
Yeah.
He won't do one
Destro.
today though, I don't think. I think
Yeah.
if he scores, he's got too much respect for them.
Big up to Dextro or HHH. He said that is that style. Says is that.
I think he means, is that Skylar? No, it's not.
Oh no! It's not Scala. It's not Scala. This is VJ, not Scala. Yeah, I was like, is that style? But it's yeah, this is not Scala. Scala is not here today. Well, what's up, Dextro? What's up? What big up to you, my friend. I hope your day is going on well. Chelsea are in. Let me know what you make of the starting 11, Dextro. What's your prediction, score line, guys? Let's look into my camera is off. Camera is off. Camera is trying
That
to
was
play
good.
games. Camera is trying to play games with me right now. Yeah, Dextro, let us know what your thoughts are on the starting lineup. I hope I can get it back right now. Let me fix it. I'll hand it over to Swadish said I was yesterday you did say we should be very, very careful on our players because there's so many injury prone players in our team. But yeah, we are Lavia as an update. Lavia is have an hamstring. So we don't know how long that will take, but we'll keep you guys updated as the stream goes on each and every day. And you guys know your platform to hop on is Blueclouds Media. We stream each and every day. One thing, the reason why we got 12 watching live, usually we have more than that, 20 to 50. But this stream was supposed to be yesterday. So what YouTube did is YouTube sent the link
YouTube
out.
didn't send out the notification.
No, yesterday. It did yesterday. But today, because
Yeah,
it
it
was
didn't do it today is what I mean.
yeah, I was going to go live and then have an issue with my camera, just like I've had today, and I couldn't get it back working until I changed some few things and they got back working again. So because of that, stream has been yesterday and YouTube already sent the link out. It was not going to do it again today. So a lot of people did not receive the link for today's stream, but I'm sure if this was a fresh stream, YouTube would have sent the link out. So hopefully tomorrow or maybe later on today's stream after the game when we go live, we might get all our viewers popping in to have a say. So Destro HHH said United is absolute mad long season. Yeah, ahead of us, absolutely. You guys have a lot, Dexter, bro. You guys have a lot to deal with because Eric Ten Hag, I said from the beginning when we did our preview, I said Eric Ten Hag, nothing has changed. There have been a crop of players in the football club. Leno Yuri, I said the guy is not really ready for the Premier League. He's not ready yet for the Premier League. It will take me a while to get back, and he's out for 3 months. Go ahead, VJ.
To be fair, Manchester United did put up a good fight yesterday. Very unlucky for Zirkzee to knee that ball into the post. I don't think so. He had any control over that slide. Had they got that goal, things would have been looking a lot different. But Mason Mount's game yesterday wasn't really impressed with that. What does Dexter have to say about Mason Mount, one of our academy product.
Dexter, I don't have Scala
Money,
here, but if you can
money.
come on, join us here. Dexter, I don't have Scala. If you can join us here and share some updates on, not really update, but take us through what your guys' season is going to be like. Can
Mount's
Harrington
injured again, by the way.
Mount is injured.
Yeah, that's why he got subbed off.
I heard he wasn't injured. He had some, concerns with his, leg or something, but he
Yeah,
wasn't
it'd be
injured
an
as in,
injury. Yeah.
like just a safe precautionary step or something. That's what Tenha was mentioning. But Kieran Trippier starts at bench for Newcastle. Interesting there. They've
He's
got.
potentially going Everton, Trippier.
Sorry. Oh, he's going out. Okay, he's going out this season.
Potentially.
Okay. And Livermore starts for them. Hall starts at the bench. So, yeah, that game's going to be interesting as well.
Yeah, very, very interesting. So, Dexter, if you can click on it and join us here, I've had you all the time on this platform, but I've never speak to you. Come on and talk to us. Let us know your thoughts on this Manchester United season, how your season is going to look like. So what you said, 2-1 Chelsea. My prediction: Wolverhampton's players are physically better than us. They will score one goal, but I want my team to keep that clean sheet. To keep a clean sheet, Ryan gave us the statistics earlier on. Chelsea haven't kept a clean sheet, and so many games in away in terms of away fixtures.
Never mind
so,
away. Actually, no, it is away. Chelsea themselves do a stats thing before every game, right?
Yeah,
I've got a couple of them here. So, as you are on about the clean sheet thing, Chelsea currently have a run of games which is 16 Premier League matches away without a clean sheet. It's Chelsea's longest run since 24, which happened in 1993-94 at Stamford Bridge on 25th of August 1928. 96 years ago, Chelsea officially trailed shirt numbers on the... I didn't realise that was a different thing. But I'll start with this one again, yeah? So it's clearer. 16 Premier League games away from home without a clean sheet is our current run. That's Chelsea's longest since they got 24 away games without a clean sheet in 1993-94. So that's what, 20 years ago?
30 years.
Well,
30.
If you go by season, then technically we're at 21 now. Because that would have been at the end of the 20. But yeah. But
Is it 30?
Oh wait, yeah, it might be. Oh, my maths is bad today, bro.
That's okay.
You can tell I've only been up for like 2 and a bit hours, man.
Okay.
What else have they got here? Chelsea lost once in the last lost only once in 8 Premier League away games, stretching back to mid-February, winning the last 2 of the 2023-24 campaign at Forest and Brighton. Wolves ended 2023-24 campaign by losing 4 of their last 5 home league matches. So maybe we might end our 3 games without a win against Wolves today. Maybe, just maybe, it might happen. Also, if we do lose, you can guarantee they're going to put "it isn't bad here after all" because of Madueke's Instagram post. You can guarantee it.
You saw that. You saw that. It's not going to be an easy game now. Like he's made his game difficult. I mean, you've got physical options there. Yeah.
Do you know what's funny? Like the fact that he deleted it and then like a couple minutes later you see posted it on the wrong account.
The wrong account, yeah. I mean, so even then, after a couple of minutes, when you say that, I posted it, on a wrong account, you still mean that, right? It's just that a different account. You might have to say, that was by mistake or something, but then you still justify that saying that,
That's like saying, I was meant to send it to just my friend. Like when you send something to a group, you're like, I was meant to send that just to this.
Exactly. And so you're not denying it for that matter. It's not going to be easy for
you call someone dumb. You're like, oh, I sent it where they are in a group. Sorry, I was meant to send that to someone else.
Send that separately. How does that person going to feel?
Because it's the same, right? You're saying that the area is you know what, and it's on a place where people from there are going to see it. Like, it's the same thing as if you say it about one individual in a place where that one individual can see it, opposed to saying it somewhere they might not be able to see it.
All right, and modern day footballers, they might have to be very careful when in releasing such statements. Earlier from Sterling, of course, on the advice of the agents.
Oh, don't get me started on that guy.
Yeah, so I mean, what's with them on Instagram and Twitter and all of that? Like, I want these guys to perform on the pitch, but they're performing everywhere else except the pitch.
Yeah, they perform better on social media.
I would argue putting out a post saying that the areas, know what, isn't exactly performing on social media either.
Yeah, I mean, it's just disrespecting the place in itself. So you wouldn't really want to do that. Like, I mean, if you don't like the place, you don't like the place, and move on. Like, you're going to go there, play one game, and come back. You don't have to be so expressive about it. Just go there, get the job done, come back. I mean, there are going to be places where you don't like it, but you don't have to explicitly mention those things. And it's obviously going to hurt the feelings of the people who live there. Not a good work from Madueke.
I thought it was fake, so I went to check it. But by the time I checked it, he deleted it. Yeah, I was like, okay, like it's obviously someone's like faked it and like it's just gone viral. Yeah. Then I see it pop up that he's posted a story, and then I see it's him saying that he posted it on the wrong one. I was like, oh, it actually wasn't fake. Now it's a problem.
It wasn't. Yeah, it's a big problem.
I mean, if he really wanted to actually take the statement back, he would have at least told that. I mean, I'm taking the statement back. Either if he's going to be honest about it, or he could have at least said his account was hacked. If you want to like escape the situation for that.
Yeah, but account hacked isn't a good excuse, is it? If you're then 2 seconds later putting up a thing wrong account, well, not 2 seconds, but you get my point.
Yeah. I mean, the second post would have been that way. Yeah, I was just telling that the second account has to be that sort of a post, right? I mean, if you really do not mean that and it was by mistake or something, but you actually meant it and you wanted to run with it, so not everything has to be on social media. That's the point.
I kind of respect the fact that he didn't even try and come up with an excuse other than I posted it on the wrong account, because he's like, okay, I've done it now, so I can't do nothing about it.
All right,
but it was like 11 o'clock at night. Something like that.
Yeah.
Twitter. Right. People at Twitter are always active. Instagram, Twitter. I mean, across geographies, they'll have someone or the other active anyway. So.
Okay, guys. So let's do our last prediction. We can wrap up. We can draw the curtains, and hopefully we'll be right back again. But guys, Vijay, let me speak to you behind the scenes when the stream comes to an end. I don't know what's wrong with this stream yet. It's really annoying me right now. Yeah, it just disconnected my camera.
Your camera again, unless you turned it off this time.
Yeah, it's back and it's now showing something else. What the hell?
It's showing the green screen.
Yeah, it's showing my green screen now.
It's showing the green screen, literally, not the thing on the green screen.
Stupid, isn't it? All right, so let's guys. So I apologize for the camera interruption, the technical hinge that we have here.
Just quick, right? I've found the longer quote from Maresca.
On what?
So he says is that Lavia misses out through injury. Yes, he has a small problem with his hamstring, an irritation, but nothing that is a major problem. It's nothing serious, but one we didn't want to risk. Okay. And then he was speaking on João Pedro and Pedro Neto. I've just combined them because I've seen it say Pedro and João on the Chelsea page. But João Felix and Pedro Neto are on the bench, and they're both ready if we need them. Of course, they're two players that are the last to arrive with the squad, so for sure they need a little bit more time to adapt to how we work. However, they are two very good players, and they are both ready if called upon from the bench.
All right.
Just because they've just posted that, I was like, I'll quickly get that in because it's a more detailed update on Lavia as well.
Okay. Thank you, Steven, for the update. Thank you, Vijay. Vijay, let me give you some few minutes to plug yourself, brother.
Sure thing. Yeah.
Go for it. Let us know, VJ. Let us know where Chelsea fans can find you, and if they want you, and where all the platforms that you have. So yeah, go for it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, hello guys. I know some of you guys might know me. I used to be a regular content creator, not so much
No,
right
you
now.
are. You're still. Not used to be. You're still. Okay.
Yes, going forward, you could find me at Sportswire. That's the YouTube channel that we run all things Chelsea. We're trying to expand the channel this time more on a multi-sport level, trying to bring in cricket content as well. But predominantly, it's going to be Chelsea content, driven by just not the sport in itself, but also the boardroom discussions, as in how the finances work and all of that, and how the club is run. And we'll also analyze some other clubs as well the same way. So that's me. That's me in 2 cents. And yeah, feel free to ping me on Twitter as well. I go by VJ Chelsea FC. And that's the same Sportswire account. Pretty active there as well at X. So yeah, that's me. Thank you so much, Nizam, for giving me that opportunity.
My pleasure, my brother. It's always nice to have you on the show. You can find VJ on Discord. If you're on Discord, also you can find VJ Sports Wire right there, and also on I think YouTube. He's also there. Next time when he comes on, I'll try and get his information and put in the description below. JC, big up to you, JC. In the building, JC, sir, big up to you. Hello, Nee, and everyone there. Big up to you, big brother. I hope you're getting ready for the game. Get yourself your juice, coffee, tea, whatever you like drinking whilst you're watching football game. Apology, guys, my camera is messing up, and I'm just done with it for today. Same thing happened yesterday. That's why I postponed this preview to make it early this morning. But guys, I thank you very much. It's been an intriguing and interesting stream today. Courtesy having our brother VJ and Ryan, whom I don't know, I think he has a technical issue. We lost Ryan. But Steven, my co-host, as usual, each and every day. We'll see if we can get VJ more on the platform in terms of because he's on the financial level. He's more, that's an expert. He's more on the financial terms. He can explain much better for us. We also have this platform is full of expertise, financial men, and then the physios and football analysts over here. They analyze each and every game. So we're really blessed with more smart and knowledgeable people on this platform. So guys, thank you. As I said, latest rundowns all the time. Stephen G.
Oh, hang on to hope.
Absolutely sleeping,
That's nice.
sleeping over there. Latest
You know what it
rundowns.
is? Sometimes you just do it yourself, and sometimes you stop. So I never know when you're doing it and when you're not.
I'll try to make sure I stay consistent. Swedish, thank you very much. Swedish said I searched your channel, but I didn't find it. VJ.
We'll try to get you the link in the next upcoming live stream.
Next time we do a stream, I'll try and get the description. I mean the link and everything in the description, so it will be easy when as soon as you click on the link or you come on the show and go to description, you'll find his information there. We'll get that one out there. This guy is a very, very smart guy. He knows what he talks about, so you guys can help him get his channel also going. Yeah, I'll get him on here to help him build the channel. It's not that easy to build it, but to stay consistent, also you can get burnt out. He's been there, I've been there, so plenty of times we'll get it going again. So I'll say latest rundowns, hang on to hope, and we'll be back later today, right after the game, for match review. Bye for now, guys. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.